Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the next episode of Random Rhapsody's Sonnet of Blood. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master for this Curse of Strahd playthrough, and joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Dyto, Joe, Marty, and Natalie. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, Hero Forge. Marty?
Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D, in-depth character creator right in your web browser. That's where we built our tokens for this evening's game. You can build your own today at heroforge.com.
Thanks, Marty. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work and play remotely. You can blur, remove the background entirely, or even put your favorite picture as your background instead, which is what I do. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in chat and the show description. Last but not least, don't forget that our regular campaign airs every Monday. We've got the Debauchery Circus at 3 p.m. Central and the Fab 5 at 7 p.m. Central. We also have an upcoming Magi Knights Awakening game that's going to be starting in June that's going to play opposite Curse of Strahd. This week, I'm also playing on in the Lost Caravan RPG's Pathfinder Week, which is going to be airing tomorrow, May 9th at 7 p.m. Central, over on twitch.tv/LostCaravanRPG. And
I think you mean May 11th, not 9th.
Oh, 11th? Yeah, sorry. Today's the 10th. May 11th. Also this week, I'm going to be on the Transverses All on the Table, where I'm playing Pathfinder as well. That's this Saturday at 2 p.m. Central. You can find them at twitch.tv/thetransverse. Now you can keep up to date on everything we do here on the Random Rhapsody Network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV and on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody. And that should do it for the announcements. So join us as we dive into the land of Barovia and continue on with the Conclave Expedition as they attempt to survive. A Sonnet of Blood! And we're back. So as I've mentioned, in this campaign, we're doing our recaps a little bit differently. Whoever volunteers to tell us about our last session will be getting a Random Rhapsody coin, which they can redeem during the session for one free Nat 20. Which means that, if I'm the one who does the recap, I'm getting the coin as well. And you damn know I'm going to be using it. So, who wants to give the recap?
I'll do the recap.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about what happened last week on Sonnet of Blood.
2 weeks ago on Sonnet of Blood.
2 weeks ago.
We were we had to fight the skeletons in our closet. As we tried to leave the library, the skeleton that was in the hidden room reanimated, and we had to kill it, which was followed by a little bit more book burning. We explored the rest of that level in a TLDR kind of fashion, making our way up to the next floor of the inn, where Urzak was very interested in this armor that decided to come to life and try to slaughter all of us. We were able to defeat it and finish going through that floor, where we found the bedroom of Mr. and Mrs. Durst, and a nursery with a phantom baby, and then a ghostly nursemaid emerged from the bed. We quickly defeated it as well, finding a secret door leading up to an attic. We found a room with 2 ghostly child figures and their bones and a dollhouse. And they were very helpful in letting us know a lot of things before they decided to possess 2 of us. Not decided, we both took it willingly. And they showed us where the entrance was to presumably go down to the dungeon, where we currently are right now, in a dark.
Indeed. Well done. You got that random Rhapsody coin right now. Boop. There it is. Ain't it pretty? Don't forget to redeem that. It only lasts this session. We also have Pink Chic Geek in chat, showering us with bits. Love to see a Pink Chic Geek. Welcome. But, yeah. So, slowly, carefully, in single file, your group descends down the wooden spiral staircase that the ghosts of Briar and Poppy had guided your group towards. There is a feeling of apprehension and dread that you cannot help but have lingering in each of your minds as you travel down the 4 stories of the inn. Now, Delphine, you can hear the voice of Poppy inside your head.
Saying, I don't like this. It's very scary. We always used to hear horrible howls coming from the basement.
And as she says this, your mind is filled with that same terror that she feels. And you can't help but feel some wetness coming in at the corners of your cheeks. Because you got that flaw from them right now.
I thought you were going to say she was going to pee her pants, but
I mean, I'm not going to take that away from the player. If you want to pee your pants, you absolutely can. But you definitely feel that, because being possessed by Poppy, you currently have the flaw that you're scared of everything, and anything makes you cry, basically. So you can't help but feel.
I thought it was if I don't get my way, it makes me cry.
Oh, that too, yeah.
But I mean, I could just always constantly crying. That's okay.
But the main thing is that you're scared of your shadow and pretty much everything.
Luckily, we're in the dark, so I can't be afraid of my shadow. Just the dark. Delphine is in the back. For once. Usually she stays like in the middle or the front. But she is in the back. Not just in the back, but like a good 5 to 10 feet behind like up against the wall, just like, I don't want to be alone, but I don't want to follow them. So she's got that I don't want to follow them, but then I will get left alone, and I don't want that.
I'm pretty sure Danika was the next one in line as you were all making your way down. So you being an elf have that extra dark vision, and Vide does have his torch as well. So you would notice that that she's starting to back up a little bit and kind of linger behind everybody. But anyway, once you make your way down to the bottom of the staircase, you find a narrow tunnel of roughly hewn earth that has been reinforced with timber braces and wooden planks. The tunnel is about 5 feet wide by 8.5 feet tall, and it seems to tee off to the right and the left about 10 feet ahead of you. You can also all hear, the moment you get down to the bottom level, you can hear this eerie, incessant chant that is faintly echoing down the corridor. Though, from what direction, it's difficult to tell. But,
Nope.
with that in mind, everybody...
Nope. I tried to, like get through people to back up even more.
I thought you were already as back as you could get.
Vide is behind me, right? I squeeze between Vide and the wall. Here you go, Vide.
Vide will hold a hand out and, hey, come on, I'll protect you.
Cog, you would hear in your head.
Poppy is always such a crybaby. He is afraid of everything. But we are her big brother. We must take care of her. We must comfort her.
Yeah, I mean, she was a little girl. I mean, she's allowed to be scared. But yes, we will take care of her. Do not worry. I'm sure Delphine's taking good care of her back there. Don't worry about that. She's pretty scary.
Delphine, I feel like you can't, like, your hand's probably up there touching that doll of yours almost subconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, you can see that this corridor tees off, going both towards the north and the south. That eerie chant that you're just hearing, it feels like it's coming from everywhere. It's very faint. It's not super loud at all, but it almost surrounds you. And all of you can't help but just do a little bit of a shiver. But what do you do?
Is that normal, buddy? I mean, is it a chain thing? I mean, does this happen all the time?
I've never heard this chant before, but we were never allowed to come down here. We could hear from our room, we could hear occasionally howls of animals or something like that. Mommy and Daddy used to say that was a monster down in the basement, and to never ever go there.
It's wonderful. Well, we love monsters, don't we, gang? All right. All right. Well, I guess let's forge ahead.
Well, as you start making your way and exploring this T-juncture, you can see that there are alcoves carved into the earth every 10 to 15 or so feet. You glance down them and you can see that basically a rough chamber has been cut into on either side. Now, Corwan, you step into one of these, and you can see that there is a large stone slab put into the wall, basically, that has been carved. there's some inscription on it. And I mentioned previously that when you were looking through those books, the language was similar to Common, the writing, but there were differences as well, almost as though it was like a very, very ancient language, similar to your own Common, but different. And you recognize these letters as well, carved into the stone slab that's blocking either side of this small chamber you're in. But with Briar in your mind, those words become more clear. You're starting to read it. The two slabs that you are standing in front of. Let's see here. Okay. You're actually surprised because Briar in your head speaks up at the same time and says,
That is my name. And that is Poppy's name. Are these for us?
and you read it, and it does have the names etched into the stone: Briarvar Durst and Popolova Durst.
Yeah, buddy. I think you're. I guess we didn't find their skeletons upstairs, right? We just
Yeah, you did.
found them.
We did.
Oh, we
No,
did. Okay.
You found their skeletons.
I think this is supposed to be your final resting place, buddy. I think this is a crypt.
While that's going on, Delphine, you are glancing down at into the one that you're closest by, and you can see that there are stone slabs as well against the wall, but the doorways in that area is open. Vide, you're glancing down at the opposite end of where Corwan is right now, and you can see that those two also have two stone slabs blocking off the pathway forward. You can see that there's writing on them, but it, like I mentioned to Corwan, it's in a very distinct version of Common that you can't particularly pick up on.
Okay. Can I have a torch? Because I don't have a light source over here.
Yeah, no problem.
Did it not travel with you?
No, it didn't.
Where'd it go?
There you go. You can move that around now.
And how do I select both of them again?
You just drag.
Click and drag.
Yeah.
Drag over both of them, yeah, and it'll select both automatically. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, buddy, I think this is supposed to be your final resting place.
Mommy and Daddy used to say that they did put crypts down here for all of the family. I never really thought about it, though, beyond that.
Yeah, that's actually not uncommon. I mean, quite a few families back in Europa have done the same thing. I can understand it'd be a little jarring to see this as a child and kind of think about your demise. I should have said that. Anyway, yeah, let's keep looking, buddy. You're not in there. We can place you to rest, I suppose, in there when we're all done. I don't know. We'll figure this all out, I promise.
And Vide's gonna point out that, yeah, there's two slabs over here, but I can't read them.
Let me come on over, my language expert in my head. We'll figure this out.
As you stride over to check out the two that Vide had indicated, you read very easily that the names Gustav Durst is on the one right over here, and opposite that is Elizabeth Durst. both carved onto the stone slabs that are inset into the earthen wall.
And despite the fact that these have doors here, they are not doors?
So I put doors there because it's a stone slab that's covering a clearly dug-in area. So to serve as like a crypt door.
Be opened, but it would take quite a bit of effort since it's big rock in front of it, essentially.
Go ahead, Vide, and make an investigation since you're kind of thinking along that line.
Wow, nat 20 for 23.
Yeah.
Nice.
Examining the stone inset, it wouldn't be too terribly difficult to wedge it open. If you had a crowbar or something like that, it would probably be just a simple matter of leverage. But if you don't have something like that, you could still do it. It's just, you'd have to get your fingers in there and pull.
As much as I would be intellectually curious to see if your parents would be in there, perhaps we shouldn't do that. Your sister, she's been through enough.
I'm not interested in digging up the remains of the dead.
Oh,
I'm good.
archaeological excavations of places like this are fascinating, but in this situation, I think it's just a little much. I don't want to traumatize them any further, especially since one of them's in my head. That would traumatize me, and I have a little bladder, and I don't want to evacuate it.
As you're saying this, you hear in your head, Delphine.
You found a place for us to rest. I'm so very tired. I can feel it. I can feel it. It calls to me. I'm so tired.
But Poppy wants to sleep.
We'll let you rest soon enough, sweetie. I promise. We need to find out what might be preventing you from resting in this home, and then I promise we'll put you to rest.
So,
how intense is the urge to lay down and sleep, basically, since I'm feeling exactly what she is?
give me a wisdom check, please.
Wisdom.
We got Pink Sheet Geeks saying, these kids seem pretty comfortable with being dead, actually.
17.
Bardrak Cafe is saying, good luck, kids. Don't die in the ghost house. And Pink Sheet Geeks said, lay in the sarcophagi, you cowards.
That's what I was gonna do.
So, with your 17 wisdom saving throw, like, the urge to lay down and to go towards her, that area that you heard her name was etched in, is very, very strong. You can feel it. You can feel her desire to just be at peace and be at rest, and it's pulling towards that. With your 17 wisdom, you are strong enough that you can resist that urge if you choose to, but you can definitely feel that this is where she seems to want to go.
I'm gonna for once, I think, in this kid's life, give her what she wants.
Bardrak Cafe. Sorry, go ahead.
Because I don't think they were really given much when they were alive. and Delphine is carrying Poppy's book.
Okay. Bardarak Cafe is saying Stargate says sarcophagi are good things. Lay in one and nothing bad will happen. Well, if you are, if you're wanting to give in to the urge, you can see the rest of your friends are starting to make their way south towards an open chamber that you can see just over Vide has a table, and we'll get to that in a second. But as you step towards those that area with the Durst kids' names, you can feel Poppy like longing, urging you forward towards that one on your right hand side.
I'm gonna, because I don't know how dead people work or laying people to rest works. Oh, is it over here?
Yeah, that one.
I'm gonna first go in and I guess lay on. I'll have to try to open it, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to try to open it. Basically, it's gonna be an athletics check.
And seeing this, Vide's gonna kind of step over, like, what are you doing? 'Cause I'm assuming you haven't like actually verbalized what you're doing.
No. This is a lot of internal trauma that she doesn't know how to vocalize.
Does Briar have like a mental link to her? Would he inform Cog? It's like, all right, hey, crazy sister alert.
So, actually, no, they don't really have that much of a connection. You are focused entirely on exploring, and that leadership role that Briar has as well is kind of going along with it. So the two of you are really making your way in there. Go ahead and give me that athletics check, Delphine.
I'm a wizard. I'm a what?
Yeah, you get your fingers on the edge and you start straining, pulling as hard as you can, but you're a fairly weak elf, and you can't seem to budge it.
She would drop to the floor and just start crying, like not hysterically, but you know how like children, they start sobbing when they are tired and need a nap and aren't getting what they want.
Yeah, definitely. So, Vide, you would see this. Delphine dropping to the floor and just that mournful sob coming from her lips. What do you do?
I'm gonna kind of shake my head a little bit. Remember, oh wait, she is possessed by a child. I'm like, Delphine, come on, we'll take care of this later.
But she wants now. I don't know if she'll let me up.
Should we perhaps bring her bones down? Maybe.
Didn't we do that? Did we bring them down with us?
Yeah, I have one set. I couldn't carry all the bones.
Oh, I didn't know we brought the bones.
I think we like wrapped them up in something, yeah, and brought them down because we're gonna try and find their resting place down here.
This is where I'm supposed to be, Delphine. I'm so
Do you
tired.
please help me? Please.
Just hearing the crying chorus, be like, "Oh, Briar, is this your sister thing, or is this a Delphine thing? I don't know her well yet." As he's just moving the torch around, looking, he goes, "I don't know if she's a big crier just yet. So is this a Poppy thing? Is this something you deal with quite often?"
Poppy always gets cranky when she doesn't get her naps. She always wants to whine and fight when she's sleepy. But I do understand. Neither of us have gotten much rest. I feel what she feels. I feel the pull.
I'm 112, buddy. I know all about needing a nap every once in a while, but we gotta keep some composure, keep it together. All right. Well, we'll keep looking around. We'll deal with your sister and Delphine. We'll get them going too.
Danica's gonna make her way back and see what's going on with Delphine.
Okay. Yeah. By this time, most of you have noticed that Delphine is just sitting there, hand against the slab, just sobbing. That deep emotional sob.
I just want to sleep.
Y'all, why don't we just crack it open?
Urzak's a little unsure at first, but he puts a hand on Delphine's shoulder and says, "If it means that much, I mean, I'll do what I can. Here, and I'll make an athletics check to try and open it."
Yeah, go for it. Kenny Rules is in chat saying, "Hey nerds."
Hey, nerd.
Can I give guidance?
Yeah, go for it.
Crying in a heap on the floor.
Okay, normal roll. I mean, 25 plus
Yeah.
26.
Yeah. Like, seeing Delphine in this emotional state, it's probably a little unnerving to you, Urzak, and you just grab that stone slab and heave and rip the entire thing completely free. The moment you do, you can see a stone coffin set up on a foot-tall bier. It is the casket is open. The stone slab is to the casket is on the side, leaning against the wall, and you can easily see that there is nothing inside of it. The moment you open it up, Delphine, you hear Poppy's voice again.
Oh yes, right there. That looks so right. That is where I'm meant to be.
And she'll approach it. She'll finally get up, kind of with like a cry sigh, like sob of relief that it was finally opened, and start. Is this a child-sized sarcophagus?
It is an average person-sized sarcophagus. It looks as though like it was made preemptively, like not really expecting them to die at such a young age.
She's a wizard, but she's smart. She's not stupid. She may not know exactly the rituals used to put the dead to rest, but she's gonna put the bones of Poppy in the sarcophagus instead of laying in it herself.
I think Urzak will help too, and offer up a prayer to Balrus in this time and cast ceremony.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about ceremony.
Surely. Does that work? So there's like 6 or 7 things you can do with ceremony. I think I'm gonna do funeral rite here. You touch one corpse, and for the next 7 days, the target can't become undead by any means short of a wish spell.
Nice. Okay.
So I do that.
So as your friend Delphine is laying the bones of little Poppy down, Delphine, you can hear the voice in your head.
Thank you, Delphine. Thank you so much. I'm ready to go to sleep now. Can you lay my dolly down with me?
Yeah, I'll take. Take the doll out and place it like right in the middle of the rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to mess with the bones and break them, so that the ribcage is just kind of cradling the doll.
And as you're doing this, your friend behind you it begins weaving this magical ceremony. You place a benediction down upon the bones, calling out to your god, asking for peace. You want to tell us anything about that at all?
I don't have anything specific in mind for this, I suppose. It's, Urzak gets down on one knee, helps Delphine kind of arrange the bones, and puts the doll, in the casket along with everything else, and just quietly says, "May the Father guide you to your final rest."
You place a hand down on the skull, laying that last benediction. You can feel the power of your faith flowing through into the remains of Poppy. And as this happens, you hear Delphine in your mind one last time.
Thank you for everything.
And you
Rest now.
feel the spirit leave your body and disappear. As you do that,
Oh, go ahead, man.
as you do that, Urzak, you felt the power of your spell go through. You felt the power of your faith, but this time, like every other time you've cast a spell in this fashion or worked your power, you always feel, you always expect to feel some sort of sense of your god, some form of Balrus, even like just a warm sensation of being proud, like a father should. But like every time before, you feel nothing. You feel no presence there. You feel you're expecting something from your god, but all you really get is the same confidence that your spell went through and it worked. But as always, there's nothing more than that. And you can't help but be frustrated a little bit. Where is Balrus? Is Balrus in this land? You've never been able to really feel him beyond, the power you have. And it's just a little bit of a letdown. Now, while that's been going on, Corwan, what have you been doing? Did you come back and watch?
Yeah,
or?
I would he comes back, and then all of a sudden you just kind of start hearing like little hands. Hey, are we on a coffee break, people? No, we have things to look for. We have to investigate the house. Oh, that was very touching. You want to go to sleep yet, kid? And he's just pointing at his own head. He's just asking Briar.
Poppy is... I don't think it's Poppy. I don't...
She, I don't know what happened, buddy. They lay her to rest, and I guess she's passed over. I don't know. This place seems a little strange, but she's no longer in Delphine. It's up to you, Pud. If you want to take a nap, or if you want to hang around for a bit.
I cannot leave my sister. She's my sister.
I got that, Bud. Alright, let's hey, Emerald Giant, crack open Briar's his nut, please.
Okay. I go and I open it. Am I gonna do another athletics?
Yeah, you would do another athletics check.
Okay.
I don't expect you to fail this, but...
Okay.
Well, he's do it. And he's like, yo, kid. Oh.
Don't jinx it, I guess. That's a
Hell,
15.
this time Corwan will give you guidance if you need it.
You don't
Depend-
need it,
I was
honestly.
gonna say.
No, more than enough. You walk over much more carefully this time, Urzak. You weren't trying to peg somebody in the head with it. So you walk over and grab the sides and give it a yank, and very easily it comes out in your hand. And you see the exact same thing that you did in the previous room. A raised bier with a stone coffin on top of it. A door, the slab open and ready to go. And Kenny Rules is saying, I don't expect you to fail this. Careful, DM. I used to think that way too. Well, I mean, that is possible. He could have rolled under a 10, but it's okay. But anyway, yeah. It's okay.
And I guess Corwan would take, his bones and start placing them in there, and he's like, I was a little freaked out at first, kid. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's very abrasive having somebody inside me, but you would have made a hell of a researcher, kid. I am so sorry you didn't get a chance to.
Thank you, Corwan. You have been a very good friend. I have not had many friends other than my sister Poppy and our nursemaid, but you are a good person.
Before this is all done in this place, I'll see if I can check in on you. I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll keep up on you, okay, buddy? And I guess he'll just kind of place his little bones in there, then he'll start saying his own. I don't have that one prepared to do a ritual on it. But I mean, he'd say a little prayer to, Yandala himself, and he'd ask, I guess, if, he wants to start doing the ritual for a, ceremony to Balris.
Urzak is kind of
Well, it's
a
not
little
a ritual for you.
Oh, can I ritual cast? I don't think
It's
I
a
can.
ritual.
I
Ceremony's
don't
ritual,
think
but
paladins
I don't
aren't-
think you can.
I
Yeah,
can't
paladins
do it as
aren't
a ritual.
ritual
because
casters.
I only
Yeah.
have the 2 spell slots.
Yeah,
'cause-
paladins are not ritual casters.
Yeah, I don't have that prepared to do ritual myself.
I think just for narrative purposes, Urzak kind of sensing that something is up and not quite right is just kind of not really paying attention at the moment. Still kind of lost in thought about why it was so quiet.
But with you kind of glance over at Urzak and see him quiet and contemplative as you lay these bones down. But you also did say you're starting to pray to your god, Yondala. Give me a religion check, please.
Where's religion on here? Oh, well, I guess he'd bless himself, so yeah, +1. Yeah.
Okay.
Or bless, but guide himself.
For a total of
18.
So with your 18, you kneel down and begin praying to your goddess, calling out to her, asking her to accept this child's soul. And you can feel Briar begin to fade away from you. His spirit leaving your body and going down into what remains of his own. As he does, he says,
Thank you, Corwan. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anybody else in my life. Your stories in your head have been wonderful.
Oh,
Thank you, my friend.
you're welcome, buddy.
and you feel the spirit leave you as well. You all stand there for a moment in this area, looking down at these coffins. One of you, it doesn't matter who, lowers the stone slab onto the coffin itself, sealing the bodies inside. The two of you no longer have the flaw from Briar and Poppy. That left as their spirits did.
Oh, Corwan still has that flaw. What are you talking
Well,
about?
but it's not additional from the kid. But also, each of you get a point of inspiration for laying these children to rest. So go ahead and put that down.
Oh, I really hope he didn't stray into the adult-orientated stories that I have in my head. He's a little too young for the... Well, I mean, Miss Lily, she's very flexible. Let's just say that.
Really? Right now?
Hey! Look at me. I'm a little guy. I'm 112, all right? I'm going to flaunt that I have a tall, beautiful woman any chance I can get, all right?
We just laid 2 children to rest.
Hey, you know what? That's why I said I hope he stayed away from those memories.
Leave it to Cog to make it creepy.
Just as long as he didn't.
Can we get like a...
I clearly put a door that said, "Please do not enter, Briar." Hopefully he obeyed. It's like a sock on the door. I mean, come on. He knows
do you not know,
right?
kids?
I mean, what would you have done at the age of 10?
Yeah, I'd have been in that door. Well,
that sign can't stop me because
I don't know about a 10. At 10, I wouldn't know what's going on, but
Your equivalent of 10.
At 12 or 13, that door would have been... I'd have found some way to get in there.
But hey, everybody. Urzak, I'm sure you're going to be the one that has to put those stone slab doors back into place over the crypts, if you choose to do so. But you have laid the spirits of these children to rest. Well done. You now have an entire room and a whole dungeon area to explore. So, where are you going next?
We should go into this kind of like table area that was just south of us, I think. Or maybe regroup.
Cog probably would scribble down something real quick, just the translations that Briar did in his head. He'd probably kind of like just do as many of the vowels, like in the letters and stuff as he could, just the way, and put that down in case they come across some more of it. It won't be great and perfect, but he's starting to make, maybe an alphabet for this particular language.
Well, here's the interesting thing about that. You poof your book out, you dab your quill, you start writing, and you look up, glancing at that slab with Briar's name on it, and you can still read it.
Ha ha ha! Oh, thank you,
nice.
Kid. You left off.
Both you and Delphine can now understand the ancient common form of Barovia.
So
Solid.
Nice.
That'll be helpful. For sure.
I mean, you got. Even if I don't have to just say anything to you people, this is great. You realize how awesome it is? I just learned a language like in an hour.
Yeah.
That is.
It takes years sometimes.
Draconic was not simple. Oh my god.
Kenny Rolls says hashtag Rosetta Stone. Okay. So your group makes your way down south towards that room that you had all glanced in momentarily that had the big table. As you all step into the room, you can see that this room contains a plain wooden table flanked by 2 long benches. Everywhere in the floor, you can see moldy, broken bones lie strewn all about the dirt floor. And there are extremely dark patches on virtually every surface, including the ceiling as you all glance up. As you look among these bones, there's a lot of different types and Some of them are broken in pieces. Some of them are smashed up. Anyone who wants to can make a medicine check.
Ooh, I bet I'm really good at those. Just kidding.
Ooh, that's an 11.
Well, when
I
you
got a
get
+5 to that, and I biffed it.
I got a 19.
You know, yeah, Urzak, as you're glancing down on the floor, looking around, you've seen a lot of bones in your time. You're a member of the Church of the Five. You've participated in plenty of burial services. You've been in many battles, and you fought undead in your past. And as you're glancing about, you like start looking at things, and you're just kind of piecing it together in your mind, like freaking Bones on that one show. And every piece of bone that you're seeing in this room is humanoid. You're not seeing animal bones at all. I did forget to mention this, but towards the back of the room, near where Danika is currently standing, there is a wooden door that has been inset into the dirt.
Oops.
Well, this room looks highly suspicious. It doesn't look like very many pleasant things happened here.
I would agree.
Can I investigate the door, see if there's any I don't know, telltale signs of what might be behind it, or I don't know, is it covered in blood, or I don't know, anything?
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Like he thought that one in his head, so he didn't say it out loud.
You're short enough. I can see.
I got a 19.
Yeah, I can see. I just look down and I see you writing.
With your 19, Danika, there is blood splatter on the wall, or the dark splatter that you're guessing is blood. It's ancient, but most of it is on the handle. You can definitely tell that people with bloody hands have like opened this door many times. Other than that, it's a wooden door. You don't see any signs of traps or anything like that. Guessing based on what you're looking at, it could be a closet. It could be a passageway, though you haven't seen any signs of doors over passageways yet. Most of the tunnels you've been in so far has just been open. So I don't know. You're not quite sure.
You make everything sound so sus.
I'm just describing what's there and what you can gather.
So you said the blood is not fresh, right? It's
no. It's dark. It's dark black. It's like ancient stains that have long since disappeared, and you're just seeing what's left.
All right. Well, I mean, I suppose we have to look in every door. I'm gonna let you guys open that one as he kind of like sits here. It's like, I'm here for moral support, guys, but
Damn it, Danika!
I am very small.
Danika's gonna have her rapier ready, and she's going to open the door.
Oh boy!
Got sacred flame in his hand, ready to go.
I'll have my gun in my hand, aiming at the door, just in case. Never can be too safe.
Door covered in blood is always a good idea.
Okay. Everybody seems to have their guns out, their weapons ready. Danika's walking up to the door. She pulls it back and opens it up to see what appears to be an alcove, just a 5x5 by 8 alcove. That when you look down, and on the ground there's like some wooden slats that you think may have been shelves, and There's a bunch of bones and refuse down there, and you're all looking at it, and everyone's like, "Oh,
Oh, it's a closet.
Of course.
Whew.
At
Is
which
anything good in the closet?
Well, give me an investigation check again.
May
I got a
assist?
10.
Looking around, you don't really see anything interesting. The former shelves are all on the ground. There's like bones and stuff like that on it. That's all ancient and very much cracked and splintered. Different bones and things like that on the ground. But that's really about it.
Well, guys, I don't see anything good that I really want to keep, but if anybody wants to check it out, you're more than welcome.
I'll give it a look around. Why not? Here we go. Rolling. 16.
Well, with your 16, Urzak, as you're looking around, you look down at the bottom, see the exact same thing I described for Danika, but then your eyes go upward, and you see that there is a hole in the ceiling going upward, and something is sliding down towards you. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Why is it always me?
You had to just. Blood-covered doors, people. It's never a good thing.
It is always
But-
me.
Do I get an attack since I had my gun drawn?
You did have your gun drawn. You didn't specifically say you're holding an action, but I'm going to go for it. Go ahead and roll. You're going to get a sneak attack, but that's really about it here.
I mean, I had a Sacred Flame prepped, but I mean, it's not.
Sure, fine.
I did say it, though.
I do remember you saying that. Pink Shit Geek gave me advantage for the
Of course
monster.
she did.
I'm giving it for the initiative. Oh, I don't need to. I don't need to do initiative. It didn't work. That's annoying. That's okay. I'll just use the regular one, and I'll use it on the first attack. That's even better.
It'll be a 13 deck save for the creature. A carrion crawler? That doesn't sound like fun.
It got a 20, so it did succeed.
Of course it did.
Okay, there's my 11 to...
Unfortunately, an 11 is gonna miss. Is everybody in turn order?
Looks like it.
Looks like it. Sweet. Well, let's go ahead and get some fun music going. There we go. Okay. So,
You have the map pulled up for the chat?
Yep.
Okay.
there we go. We got the map up for everybody. We got this battle going on. And Delphine, you are the first to react after seeing Urzak go, ah, as this giant worm-like looking thing starts sliding down. Now, this creature, as you're looking, it's thin and kind of emaciated, but it's long. It has tentacles coming out from the bottom of its chin. It has a wide mouth filled with teeth and two large bulbous eyes on either side of its head. And you are the first to react. So what do you do? Can't hear you.
Sorry, I forgot my phone was ringing, so I muted myself. I'm gonna try and firebolt it into one of its eyes for an 18.
That's fair, and an 18 is going to hit.
Nice.
It's just 4 damage. I must have my, yeah, I do have my hex accidentally. So it's 4 fire damage.
4 fire damage. Seeing this thing just dropping down from the ceiling inside this alcove, you react first, throwing the fireball at him. It comes swirling past Urzak's head, hitting it straight in the chest, doing 4 points of fire damage. Do anything else?
I don't really have any bonus actions that I want to use right now, so no.
Fair enough.
That is it for me.
Okay. This carrion crawler, as it's lowering itself down, looks directly towards you, Urzak. The tentacles go spread, and this mouth opens wide. The tentacles come shooting out towards you, trying to grapple you.
No, thank you.
And that's a 27 to hit.
I mean,
Wow.
I guess that's just yeah. You know what? It's close.
Yeah, just kind of close on that one. So that's 4 points of poison damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Nat 20.
Ooh, very nice. Good news is you are not poisoned, which would have sucked for you. As these tentacles start wrapping around you, it tries to pull you close to try to take a bite out of you. But that's only a 14.
It misses.
So you manage to pull your shield upward just as that face is coming right towards you. You have that shield up, clang, and you just feel it pushing towards you, trying to chomp at you. This thing is hungry. But that's going to be it for its turn. Howdy, Ashlyn. Nice to see you. Welcome to chat. What's going on in game? Where are they? We are currently playing Curse of Strahd. They are in the dungeon underneath the Death House. For this game, we actually did an inn, so it's kind of fun. But next up is Vide. Vide, you just saw your pal get grabbed by these tentacles, and he's like holding it off with his shield right now. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to shoot him again. That'll be a 24 to hit.
24 is definitely gonna hit.
And that'll be for 9 damage.
9 points of damage. The entire room is filled with that loud boom sound as you unleash your gun. Everyone's ears are ringing, and your aim is true. The bullet goes flying through the air, piercing it directly in the center mass. It blows out a little bit, sending this viscous fluid out all over Urzak's face. It's green, it's goopy, it's disgusting.
Oh, sorry there.
You do anything else?
I think not. No, I don't want to use my action surge just yet.
You still have movement too. That's mainly what I'm asking. But that's okay.
No, I'm good where I'm at.
Okay. Corwan, you're up next.
Well, he's out of spell slots, so he's just gonna kind of. I guess he's sitting there behind the table, and he's just gonna kind of heft his little crossbow up on top of it, and just kind of have it lined up, and he's just gonna take a little shot at it, because he doesn't really have much else. He is a buffer, not an attacker, really. But ooh, that might hit.
22 is definitely gonna hit.
For 5 piercing.
You aim your crossbow, fire! Boom! The dart goes flying through the air, striking the creature about the same, not too far away from where Vide took his shot. 5 more points of damage.
Just gonna cock it back. He's like, all right, buddy. He's just gaining more confidence, more arrogance just flowing through his tiny 32 pounds of halfling flesh. That is his turn. He's gonna go. He's like, I got nothing else. I can't do shit. It's bonus action, so.
Okay. Urzak, you're next, and Danika's on deck. You got your shield up. You've been fending this thing back. It's kind of lurched back a little bit after taking these multiple hits from your compatriots. What do you do?
I just take a swipe at him with my longsword, I guess is the order of the day. Dirty 20.
That's gonna hit.
A gentleman's 20, if you will. I don't know why it... Oh, okay, that makes sense. Never mind.
Yeah.
8 damage.
8 points of slashing damage. You have your shield up and you just hack at this thing. It's not difficult to do. It's big and filling the doorway, and you take 8 points of damage off of him.
Great, that's it.
Yep, staying where you are. God love it.
Not moving.
Next up, we got Danika with Delphine at the top of turn order. So Danika, what you up to?
Can I reach it with my rapier from here or no?
You can. Now, based on the angle you're at, you do it is going to have partial cover just because you're like trying to stab at it through the door. But you've also noticed that like all of your friends have been hitting this thing no problem, so you feel fairly confident.
I'm gonna try to hit it with my rapier.
Do it.
Oh, someone's upset.
I'm not happy.
16.
A 16 is going to hit, even with the additional cover.
Perfect. And then, do we just hit that? With 11 piercing?
11 piercing, wow. As you're watching this thing, you see its head rear up towards Urzak, and you see that gigantic, bulbous, glistening eye that seems to be reflecting a little bit of the firelight from Vide and Corwan's torches. You just lunge and stab with that rapier, piercing direct center mass into the eye. The creature screams in pain and flails about, thrashing. It seems like it is severely hurt, but still alive.
No!
Delphine, you're up next.
I'm just gonna go with the tried and true firebolt. Stay back a little bit. There's enough crowd.
That's fair.
I'm gonna assume a 25.
Yeah, you can assume a 25 is going to hit.
5 fire damage.
5 points of fire damage. It strikes the creature. It burns it quite severely. Not enough to take it out, unfortunately. In pain, writhing about, angry, it lashes out towards really the only target that it has, Urzak. First, it tries to grab at it with the tentacles. Does a 20 hit?
Yeah.
6 points of poison damage, and I need another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, boy. Alright, Constitution... 16?
16 saves. You can feel that poison start to course into your body from the stinging tentacles that wrap around you, but you're a half-orc, you're strong, and you just fight back and are able to resist that poison, just as those jaws come lunging toward you. But with a 7, you easily get your shield up in time and shove it back. It is not able to bite you. Next up, we have Vide. You're up.
Alright, I'm gonna conserve my ammo. I'm gonna pull out instead my whip. 17 to hit?
17 does hit.
For 6 slashing damage.
More than enough to take this thing out. You aim your whip, flail it about, crack, right at that other eye as the jaws of this thing is starting to come back, getting ready for another attack at Urzak. You strike it directly in the eye, exploding the thing basically like an overripe grape. Urzak, you're covered in viscous eyeball fluid as this thing just slowly cries out as it's unable to hold its place anymore, and it just drops to the ground with a thump.
Well,
Danika is gonna reach into one of her pockets and hand Urzak a nice little I guess a Kleenex. Here you go.
Yeah, we ought to find you a shower at some point.
Please.
Yeah, you are covered in viscera and gore, Urzak. That
All right.
was...
No more closets.
Danika's gonna look at him. She's like, but doesn't it make him look more rugged?
I don't know. Blood covered isn't really my style.
Nor mine. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
Well, with the creature lying dead on the ground, for the moment at least you're safe. Though you can still hear the sound of that chanting.
Now that I'm not scared out of my mind, can I tell what they're chanting?
Make a perception check.
Oh, we do understand the language now.
I'm gonna guide myself, and you said perception?
Perception, yes.
23.
Ooh.
With a 23, you're straining, trying to make out what the heck it is that they're saying. But unfortunately, it's far too indistinct. You're trying to make but nothing. You do get the sense that, at least from what you can tell, to the south-ish, it may sound a little bit louder, possibly coming from that direction, but beyond that, you can't make out anything.
It kind of sounds like it's the Uga Chaka is the loudest towards the south. Maybe we should keep heading in that direction.
Uga Chaka, Uga Chaka, Uga, Uga. Okay, I'll stop now.
Oh, sorry, what?
Don't make me break out in song. You don't want that.
Right. I know.
TOS, people, TOS. Get shut down.
You said south. Is this map is backwards, right? So south
no.
is...
So no, this map is actually it is accurate. So north is up, south is down, yada yada yada. So yes, you can see that there are 3 entryways to the room you're currently in. One to the south, one to the west, and one to the north, which is where you came from.
Do we want to go closer to the chanting?
We should 100%. Y'all,
Yeah,
I think we should go south.
That totally won't go wrong.
I mean, it might be a good idea to get that taken care of. We can always explore the rest later.
Well, I guess this is our house now. I mean,
Yeah.
let's not forget. The deed specifically says whoever owns it after the children are dead, and well, we just put them dead. So let's go.
Urzak, how are you doing? How much of that blood is yours?
Let's see. Probably like here, and not great.
Why don't why don't you take one of these, and I'll pull out one of our health potions, which I can't edit the thing, for the Conclave equipment, but we're down to 4 after you take.
Oh, should be.
Oh, that's right.
Let me fix that.
What kinds of potions? are there?
The regular, what, 2d4 plus?
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Just potion of healing, not minor healing?
It's it would be lesser healing.
Lesser? Okay. Oh.
Vide's gonna come over here and close this closet door real quick, too.
Fair enough. You can edit that now. The Conclave equipment.
Sweet. I pop the cap and I do a shot.
Okay.
And I heal 8 hit points.
Nice. Delphine, as you're glancing down the corridor to the south, you can see that it kind of bends around a little bit, but continues on further south. The narrow corridors have a roughly hewn state from the earth. They're barely 5 feet wide and little more than 7 feet tall. Like, you can easily run your hands along it. The ground at your feet is hard-packed dirt that has clearly seen a lot of travel. Stepping forward, you can see that the pathway goes off in 3 different directions, continues south, goes west, and goes east.
First of all, I'm going to keep an eye out for any more crawlers or dungeon or basement dwelling things that might attack us.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Seven.
7, yeah. Doesn't seem to be anything down any of the corridors themselves. They all seem to be just that hard-packed earth that you've been seeing this entire time.
We'll continue south. I'm gonna avoid that room.
Yeah, you can see that there is a room to your east. Seems to have quite a few things on the ground that you only just caught a glimpse of. The rest of your group is beginning to follow as well. You also noticed that to your right, to the west, there was carved in stairs into the dirt going down about 5 feet to a lower level as well. The path forward as you're walking seems to go towards the east a little ways. And just heads off in that direction.
Okay, this way is gonna go maybe a little too east. Not quite south anymore.
Not what we want, right?
We want to go south. Oh, there's a door.
Oh.
Your group all can hear Danika or Delphine call out, "Oh, there's a door!" And you all start hurrying that way. As you do, the ground underneath your feet begins to shake and rumble, and hands start popping out of the ground, reaching up to grasp at you. No. I need everybody to roll initiative.
I'd prefer not to. I'd like very much not to do that. I got a 6.
Oh, look at that natural 20 initiative for Danika.
Nice!
Yay!
There's a lot of stuff going on. Hang on. Why did I get a 6? This sucks. Why do I... always roll bad on initiative. I mean, I guess I should count my blessings. I roll well on basically everything else.
This is true. Well, we are at the start of turn order, and Danika, you are standing there in the middle of this hallway. You can see the stairs to your left. You can see the corridor leading to a chamber towards your right. But suddenly, hands start crawling out from the ground and climbing up as you see these horrible looking creatures. They have pale, desiccated flesh that's barely clinging to their bones that you can see quite distended in their body. Their hands are crawling up and trying to grasp at you, but you are the first to react before this happens. Pink Chic Geek, I do now see your advantage. I couldn't have used it on the initiative, but I will use it on their first attack. But before then, Danika, you are up, and you are surrounded by at least 2 of these creatures. So what do you do? Can't hear you.
Give me just 1 second.
Give you just a second?
Just 1 second.
Okay, these creatures seem to be crawling up out of the ground, pulling them. Oh, I was just describing what was happening to give you time to decide.
Oh, I thought you were giving me a limit.
No, I was trying to kill time by being more descriptive with what they were doing, so you can think about it.
I'll use my rapier for right now and do it to the one to the right-hand side.
Okay. This one right here?
Is that on the right?
Well, technically it would be on your left, but yeah, sure.
Oh, it's a 12.
Well, good news. As you see this creature climbing up out of the dirt, you can tell this is a ghoul, a bloodthirsty undead. But you're seeing it, you see it first and you react and stab. You barely manage to hit it. Roll your damage.
Oh, praise the Lord. Uh, 10 piercing.
10 points of piercing damage. You stab down into the creature with your rapier, cutting a large slash across its chest, doing 10 points of damage. You do anything else on your turn?
I would like to use a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
And I would like to use that on, I think I'm going to do it on Cog.
Do it on Cog.
Oh, wait, no, I'm not.
No?
I'm taking it back. I take it
Okay.
all back.
Okay.
I want to use it on Vide.
You're going to use it on Vide. Okay, what do you say to inspire Vide?
You can do it, buddy.
Okay, and that's your turn. Kenny Rules is saying they're popping up out of the snow like daisies. And Ashlyn is asking what the character classes are. Yeah, Danika is a bard. Vide is a fighter, gunslinger. Cog is a cleric. Danika is a wizard. And Urzak is a paladin.
Delphine's a wizard.
Yeah, Delphine, not Danika.
Oh, yeah, Delphine's the wizard. I thought you said that. Oh, well.
Too many D names.
Too many damn D names.
Yeah, you definitely said Danika. But
Fine, whatever.
you know what you meant.
Yeah, you all know who I meant, God damn it. Next up is the ghoul that's next to Cog. It's climbing out of the ground. It is looking at you like you're just a Christmas ham.
It's about that right size.
Hey, Mists. If you don't mind.
What's that?
Miss your attack, if you don't mind.
Well, oddly enough, with the 7, yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Thanks.
He's crawling out of the dirt, and as he does, he tries to slash at you, Cog. But you have, do you have a shield?
Yeah.
You have your shield ready, and it clangs against it. You pull it up to deflect.
Oh, yeah. You thought I was small, so you pick on the little guy, huh? Yeah, that's right. I'll show you.
Next up is Vide with Delphine on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna try slashing at this guy with my whip. That's about all I can do.
Yeah, that is a really freaking weird angle. You can kind of see them, but not too well.
Yeah. What does a 12 by chance hit?
Well, it would have if he didn't have partial cover because it's out around a corner. So you see the head going forward a little bit. You try to take a snap at it with your whip, but its head goes back and you end up hitting the corner wall instead.
Does my bardic inspiration help her with that at all?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I forgot
That's
about that.
What is a D4?
It's a D6. Now, normally you're supposed to use that before I tell you whether or not you hit, but I'm going to allow it.
I doubt 2 makes a difference. So 14.
2 makes the difference.
So that's partial cover.
It's partial cover.
It's +2.
Mm-hmm. So yes, you do hit.
So I guess that
That's
means
only
it's got a 12
4
AC. It's good. You know that now.
4 points of damage. Its head was kind of going back, and you snap, and you hit the thing, the tip of your whip against the thing's nose, cutting the nose off cleanly, and a little bit of blood, just dark, viscous ichor, shoots out from its nose and splashes over Danika.
Sorry. You're kind of, right there.
Money shot. That's it for Vide. Delphine, you are like at the far ass end of your friends.
I can't see anything. So I'm just gonna cast Blade Ward on myself.
Oh.
Okay,
because I can't. Let me see if it'll actually.
There it is.
Until the end of my next turn, I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Cantrip.
Nice. Okay. So you cast this ward on yourself. A little bit of a slightly transparent shield kind of goes around your body, making weapons a little harder to get through towards you.
I would cast that on somebody else if I could, but I cannot. And I can't see anything to do anything else.
Yeah.
Can we coax them down this way a little bit?
We're kind of sandwiched a little bit.
I will move toward the door to try and give everybody else a little bit more room to move if they want to.
Okay.
Normally I don't mind being sandwiched between two people, but I'm having regrets right now.
Well, you definitely are feeling that because it is the ghoul's turn, and it's looking at you with a big old grin on its face. Now that it's fully out of the ground and standing up on its own 2 feet, you can see that the thing is caked in mud. But underneath that mud, there seems to be these ragged, half-destroyed, half-moldy robes about their body. Black robes. Or at least you assume. It's hard to tell because, all the mud and goop and whatever. But it's going to try to take a bite out of you. And that's a 17 to hit.
I think my AC is 17.
Okay, then that does hit. It lunges forward towards you, its mouth open, biting down onto your shoulder, doing...
Can I... Sorry to interject.
Yeah?
I would like to use my reaction.
Okay.
to use my new fighting style, Protection.
Okay.
When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. You must be wielding a shield.
I like it. So as you see this creature coming towards Danika, you just react and shove your shield between it and her. So I'll go ahead and make another attack. And that's a 6! So as you get your shield right between him, its mouth hits the edge of it. Several of the teeth break off as it clamps down onto the edge of your shield. But she does not take any damage.
Oh, thank you!
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Corwan, you're up.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of up-close offensiveness or anything at all except for his mace, but he's not going to do that. But I think right now he's just going to choose to disengage, and since he is a halfling, he can move through the spaces of other people who were bigger than him.
That's true.
So he's just going to be like, it's like, you know what? You guys are doing great. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, I promise I'm going to look up your skirt. Yeah. Hey, Big Green. Bad guys that way. You know, you've ruined the whip for me. As he just looks up his feet as he walks past and goes, used to be a tool of love, and now it's a weapon of war. And, oh, God. He just gets down to the end and goes, oh, you're down here. 5, 10, 15. He goes, he still only got 5 more feet, so he can't. He could go into her space. He's like, you know what? I guess temporarily, yeah, he's gonna. Well, I mean, I guess we'll say he's in her space so she can move back in and fight because she's a big person.
Okay.
But yeah, well, you know what? He'll stay right there. He's around the corner. She can move into his space because he's a smaller creature than her. So, but yeah, so he's just gonna kind of be down there, prepped and ready to do something from afar. Because, like I said, he's not an upfront guy. And so he's just gonna kind of sit down. And he goes, throw some words of encouragement to everybody else.
Fair enough.
No bardic inspiration. He's like, "Yeah, you're all doing great. But remember, the brains. We gotta protect. We gotta protect the brains." So.
Next up is the ghoul with Urzak on deck. The ghoul is the one that's been hit by a whip. He's been stabbed by a rapier. He's very angry and snarling. He's going to try to take a slash at you, Danika.
Lord, help me.
Okay. Well.
But I rolled a nat 1 for a 5, so that is definitely a miss.
I was like, I can't protect this one. But we're good.
Hey, Danika's tanking it over here, so you gotta love that. Urzak, you're up next. Danika, it's the top of the order next.
All right, I'm gonna try to attack the one that I made contact with my shield.
Okay. They do have a little bit of cover there, but we'll see how you do.
Okay. Normal roll. 13.
13 is not enough. You stab at it, but your blade hits the corner of the wall, and it just glances off, and you just slightly misjudged it and were not able to connect.
Okay. So I can't go through Danika to get over here.
You can go through people, basically moving through another person's area that's not small is considered rough terrain, so it takes twice as much movement. But to move 10 feet, it costs you 15 feet, so you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want Danika to get sandwiched between 3 people. And we can get, Vide and maybe Delphine up, so I'm gonna try to get through and go here.
Okay. You go running through, grabbing Danika around the waist and just kind of do one of those football pivots around, and then put her back down and get into the space opposite her, where that other ghoul is just sitting there looking hungrily at you.
Okay. Then that is, I think, it for me.
Okay. Then we're at the top of the turn order with Danika. Go ahead.
Danika is going to let me get to my spells, if I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna cast Bane.
You get them all.
And I'm gonna cast it on all 3 of them.
Ooh.
Nice. So, yeah, with Bane, you can cast this on up to 3 creatures. They all have to make a charisma saving throw, which I'll go ahead and do. They're very charismatic. Super charismatic. So, we'll see how this goes.
Is that a bit of sarcasm, I sense?
There's a -1. That's a 4. And that's a 12. What's your DC?
Well, let me look. How do I know what my DC is? Where's
Go
my
to your
Look on your
spell
spells
section.
page.
Let me go to my spell page.
8 plus your ability, or your proficiency plus your modifier.
14.
Oh, yeah, then all 3 of them fail. So all of them are now baned.
Yay!
Let's see. What's a good icon for that?
And also, a quick question for a bonus action. I can use Bardic Inspiration up to, how many times is it? Is it 3?
Your proficiency modifier, I believe. Isn't it?
So,
No,
Or
it's
is
your
it, no, it's
charisma.
your charisma plus
Yeah,
1.
so it should... Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's charisma plus something.
Usually abilities like that, it's 1 plus your modifier, so
So if my Charisma's 4, it would be 5?
you can do it 5 times every long rest.
So then, I've used it twice. I want to use it one more time. And I would like to bardically inspire my good friend Vide again.
Okay. Ashlyn was asking if Bane works just on attacks, and yeah, it's attacks and saving throws. They get a -1d4. Okay, and then you inspire your good pal Vide. What are you saying to Vide?
Show us how to work that whip.
Crap whip.
You just hear,
Okay. Well, next up we have the ghoul with Vide on deck. The ghoul is the one that's over there next to Urzak, and it's going to try to take a bite out of you. Actually, I think it's going to take a slash at you. But it does get the -1d4. That is a 19 to hit minus 4.
Oh.
Nice.
Yay!
Let's go.
So,
that
yeah.
misses.
That definitely misses with a 15. You're ready for it. You knew it was there. It comes slashing at you. You throw your shield up, smacking the hand away. No problem whatsoever. And Vide, you're up next.
Alright, I am going to take a step forward.
Man, I should have given you all 4 of them. You're handling this no problem.
Alright, and I'm gonna attack the same one that I attacked before. Also with my whip.
yeah, he's about to go on a killing
that's a-
spree now that he
that's
said
one.
that.
I was gonna say, I don't know.
20 for 4 slashing.
Which one are you hitting? The one you hit before?
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah, 20 definitely hits for 4 more points of damage. That ghoul ain't looking great, but it is still up.
Okay, I think that's gonna be it for now.
Okay. With that is Delphine next. What are you doing?
Cock, what do you see? What's going on over there?
Yeah, there's I don't know, there these ghouly undead guys are coming out of the ground, and yeah, they got it handled though. What are you doing? I mean, what's going on?
Well,
You
I
okay?
mean, I feel so much better now that I don't have a whiny child inside of me.
You know, it wasn't that bad for me. I mean, I was actually all right.
Phrasing.
She was just so scared. It's
Like
not
we're
that
having our
scary,
conversation while everybody we're just chilling. I was like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Talking is a free action.
Yep, talking's a free action.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we were able to put him to rest, but let's put these guys to rest. I mean,
Is there enough room for me to move up there?
oh, you can get past me, no problem.
Yeah, you can get past Corwan without issue. Anyone else, it costs twice the movement, and there's got to be a clear space. But there is space in front of Corwan you can get to.
He will avert his eyes as you go past because he is a gentleman.
She's not wearing a skirt. She's got pants on.
Oh, well, even you're going to be in his face, so he's still a gentleman.
So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna move into Vide's space. Excuse me. Like press up against him. And I can kind of see two of them. Vide, which one have you been attacking?
This guy.
Now, like I said, you can move through people. You cannot stop in the same spot.
No, I know, but I'm gonna finish my movement and move out of her spot. I'll have just
Okay.
enough movement to do that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move into her square, attack the ghoul, and then move out. Because I don't think I can still see it. Whoop! I moved the. Yeah, because I can't see it from there. So I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna stab it with, my rapier,
I'll allow it.
and then move. Can I use my inspiration? How does the inspiration for
It's the way I do inspiration is you can use it to re-roll a roll. If you rolled it and you know it failed, you can just say, "Hey, I want to use my inspiration to re-roll."
All right, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay, pop that off your character sheet. You don't get that anymore, but what you get?
I got an 18.
18's definitely gonna hit, even with the partial cover.
For 10 piercing.
Were you doing the one on the right or the left?
The one that Vide's been attacking, so the
Got
one
it.
on the right.
Okay. 10 points of damage. You come running up, stab, getting around that corner, right into the creature's throat. It gurgles and cries out in pain, and then drops to the ground dead.
The other ghoul will be able to get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, I know. It
I
is going to be
also
making...
did that to clear their attacks of opportunity. So y'all can move.
Yeah, that's valid. This is the attack of opportunity, an 18, but I got to roll a d4, so 15 to hit.
It misses by 1.
It misses by 1. Very
Yes!
nice.
AC is 16.
Nice.
Coming in clutch. Okay. With that, we have the ghoul that is still alive.
Well, I mean,
Well, one of two. Well, alive is
are
subjective.
they really alive? Yeah.
Yeah, alive is definitely subjective. But Danika, you're right there. Sorry, but it's definitely going to be slashing at you. I rolled a 19 minus
Protection.
2 protection. Using your reaction again. So yeah, with an 8 that I technically rolled, you throw that shield up again, smacking the creature right in the head, and the attack goes wide and misses. Next up, Corwan.
He's just gonna say, goes, I was thinking they're dead yet, or what are we doing? Still alive? Alright.
One of them's down?
I will take care of this myself. All right. He's just gonna start just whistling as he works, walking through, and he'll get up and he'll just kind of share with Danika just a minute. Sorry, sweetheart. And he's gonna look at this other one. He's gonna kind of start doing some hand motions, almost like he's doing like a magic trick, like the little finger disappearing off his hand. And he's gonna start doing a little Jack in the Box. It's gonna kind of be a middle finger. And he's gonna do Sacred Flame off the middle finger at that one. That's right there. So 13 attacks. Here, let me pop it. 13 deck save. I know, but oh, I can't get it. Damn it!
Yeah, not with an 18, unfortunately.
He's like, ah! Yeah.
As that finger goes up, the little ball of flame comes shooting out at the thing, just as it's recovering from that shield block.
Would minus a D4 get into your
Yeah, because I
save range?
Oh, that's right. It is saves. I forgot about that. Thank you. 16, still enough.
Yeah, no, mine's a 13 for right now. So yeah, it wouldn't have been. So
Yeah,
he's like,
even with a 4, it wouldn't
all
have been.
right, yeah, and he'll let it. He's like, go ahead, come on, swing, big fella. And he's gonna move to this side over here.
And as you move to that other side and step onto the disgusting corpse of the ghoul on the ground, you can see a little bit into that space beyond. The first thing that comes to your notice that you can see is the freaking skeleton that's just lying there on the floor like this. But
could be theirs.
Beyond it, you can see just faintly a very tall statue. You have this torch in your hand. The statue that you can see, because it looks like you're actually able to see it there.
Yeah, I mean it's shining right down on it with this. I guess with that torchlight.
Yeah. So you're able to see what appears to be. Let me pull this up real quick. You can see that in the alcove over there is a painted wooden statue carved in a man's figure. You can't see all of the details because you know that there's a battle, but it's a big, tall statue carved like a man and painted in colors. It seems like there's a wolf to one side of it. Its hand is out holding what appears to be a glass orb or something like that. It's a little hard to tell, but you can definitely see that much at least.
And I guess he gets an opportunity attack on him as he moved away.
Yep, he does. Actually, 2 of them would.
Isn't one of them...
Oh, wait a minute. One of them already used theirs. So it's just the other one. No, Nat 1. You're good.
He's got his shield up while he's looking. He's like, that's an interesting... Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'll be with you in a minute. That's an interesting statue in there.
Okay, we got Urzak up next with Danika on deck at the top of the turn order.
All right, that's going to be another longsword attack from me. Here we go. I'm going to use my point of inspiration.
Probably a good idea.
That's a natural 1. Hey, do better.
Do.
You know what? I asked.
You did better. You can't deny that you did exactly what you asked for.
Hey,
unfortunately, yeah. But unfortunately, an 8 is not enough. You stab at this creature, it dodges you, doing one of those Matrix moves, and then it just sits there and laughs at you.
Come on. All right.
Top of the turn order, it's Danika. What you got?
Danika is going to do her rapier at the one on the other side of her that is still alive. Oh no!
Yep. You do have a point of inspiration if you want to use it.
Oh, let's use my inspiration. Let's see. Let's try it one more time, and hopefully it's not just objectively better. A 21!
There you go. A 21 definitely hits.
For 11 piercing.
11 points of piercing damage. You stab directly into this creature where its heart should be. It gurgles and sputters and seems to take the damage. Not dead yet, but it's definitely wounded. You have a bonus action if you want to use it.
I think I'm gonna wait for my next one.
Fair enough. Then we got the ghoul that is next to Urzak.
You could have also moved.
No, that's technically true. You could, if you want to.
Because we've wasted their attacks of opportunity. So they have no reactions, so they can't hit you if you...
I guess I'll move a little bit farther in that room. Just like one step. No, you know what? I'm gonna stay because then I can still use my rapier. I'm gonna stay. I'm just gonna do it.
Okay. Then we have the ghoul that's next to Urzak. It's going to be attacking you with its claws. But a 9's not going to do it. I'm rolling like shit today. I'm so unhappy. If I get you all through Death House without at least downing one of you, I'm going to be disappointed. But oh well. Kenny Rolls saying inspired by the interpretive dance of Urzak. Okay.
I can always
Vide,
tell when you guys are reading my shit.
Vide is up next with Delphine on deck.
Hey, I want to keep showing Corwan some, nice whip moves you might want to try out later on.
No.
21 to this guy.
Yeah, that definitely hits, even with a partial cover.
Why do I keep getting 4? 4 slashing. That's all the damage I can do.
Yeah, for some strange reason, all you're able to do is roll a 1 on a d4. God.
Yikes.
I think my d4 is broken.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna put that one out there. But yeah, that's it.
But you are able to take a crack at that creature, doing a little bit of damage. It is looking pretty damn hurt. Delphine, you're up next.
Okay, I can't really move. I think it's pretty much got full cover from where I am. Not much that I can do from way back here with a wall in the way. I'm gonna cast guide. What?
Go ahead. I was just gonna say there is a door down to your south that you've noticed.
Yeah, we're gonna not yet. I'm gonna. I thought about that, but we're gonna not yet. I'm gonna cast guidance on Vide.
Okay.
It's not gonna do much, but
yeah, it doesn't
that's
do a
only
whole
gonna
lot. It only
those are
works on
ability
skill
checks.
checks. But
I know,
hey,
but that's all I can do.
fair enough.
Run.
Okay. You use your movement or anything else?
No, I'll stay here. Nobody else is moving.
Kenny says, situation is already complicated. No need to introduce doors into the equation.
True.
Ash said, probably best not to open doors in battle. Might invite new enemies. That's fair.
The
Okay.
last door we opened had a big slimy thing behind it.
That's
You're
valid.
telling me.
Absolutely. Well, next up we have a ghoul with Corwan on deck. The ghoul is been taking quite a bit of punishment from Vide. Danika, unfortunately, you're right there. It's got to go after you. It's going to be trying to slash at you with its claws. But yeah.
It's okay.
I can't roll above a 10 today, so we'll just kind of leave it at that. Next up is Corwan with Urzak on deck.
Alright, they didn't like magic. Let's be a little more practical. I'll just shoot at them. 19. For 9 piercing, there's the one directly in front of him.
Yeah, you aim right between Danika's legs and fire. It goes shooting up, hitting it right in the chest, and it goes stumbling back, falling down the stairs, hits the ground below, and does not move. It is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, Short Stack.
Oh, I like that. Oh, don't slather me there. Oh, Miss Lily, I promise I won't stray. All right, that's we're all good. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit back here for a minute and
Kaga's gotten flirted with twice in
collect
this,
my thought.
this horror. in.
He's going to collect his thought. Okay. Next up is Urzak with Danika on deck. What you got, Urzak?
Another attack. Here we go. Please do better. Not like a 3.
There you go.
I'm smiting for the first time.
Love that for you. Roll that beautiful damage.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh,
Here we go.
Cog doesn't get to see it to put it in his book.
Oh no! If
So
Colin doesn't
what-
see it, it didn't happen.
Oh.
Right.
Fuck. Okay. Where's smite on here?
It should be a toggleable thing that you
So-
can click on.
Okay. Oh yeah, because I'm using.
You can create a stack block if you need. That's what I had to do with my paladin.
There's a global damage modifier on your roll 20
Oh, it
sheet.
already. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look under attacks and spellcasting, there's a global damage modifier. You just click the little the check mark,
Oh.
Yeah, just
and then
like a
roll
sneak
your,
attack.
and then hit the damage button on
Okay.
the weapon attack.
It didn't.
No,
Yeah.
it did. It did the 6 radiant. It's just that
But that was.
Oh.
But it didn't roll for critical damage.
No, it did
Oh,
not,
okay, that-
which it should have. I'm guessing
click
because
on the longsword word. Did you do that? No, in the chat box. Under the 26.
Oh.
There you go.
there you go.
But that still only did the weapon damage.
I broke everything.
Yeah, you really.
Wow.
This is
You
why I
really-
don't like
good
using
fucking Lord.
D&D Beyond.
No, this is out of roll 20. Are you using it one-handed or two-handed?
I was using it one-handed, so
So it'd be 13.
13.
The very last one adds it all to.
Mhm.
And then-
Yeah, it did. And then you just got to do pretty much the 2d8. You had
yeah,
6
just roll
before,
2d8
roll
one more
another
time.
2d8.
Okay. So
Actually, they're undead, so he should get an extra d8. Fiends and undead get an extra d8 radiant.
oh. Okay.
So we should get 2
What?
more. Fiends and undead get an extra d8 of radiant since they are
That's
undead
true.
creatures.
Oh yeah.
Or yeah, plus 1d8 against undead or fiends. So is there
Okay.
just a d8 button?
Yeah, there's a D8 button on that the thing that looks like a
There it is.
D20.
Oh, thanks. I got one.
So, what in total is your damage here?
Okay. There was a 13 plus
Plus your original 6.
6
Radiant
plus 8. So 13 plus 14, 27 plus 1, 28.
And I guess you
Urzak.
would have doubled the d8 as well,
Just
but it's alright.
Tell me how this looks.
Alright, sweet.
Urzak lifts his sword up above his head, and a brilliant light for a brief flash fills the chamber, and he slashes it down like diagonally and just like chops this thing in two diagonally, and like a streak of light where you would assume like blood to be comes out instead, and it just goes
And it just falls down to the ground, cleaved by your holy strength. And it lies there dead.
first smite of the campaign.
First smite of the campaign on a nat 20, you gotta love it. Okay. Well, we are out of combat. The ghouls now lie dead at your feet. And I think that's actually a great time to take a break, because it is 8 o'clock. So let's try to make this really quick and be back in about 10 minutes. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to make a really quick break and get back to finish this up. Stick with us. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, our heroes were down in the lower areas of the inn that they've been exploring. They just got swarmed by a group of ghouls, but they're able to defend themselves and push them back without issue. And now the group stands in the corridor that they're in. These bodies slashed up, cut up, looking disgusting, on the ground dead, oozing out at your feet. And Corwan, you can see that big-ass statue in the middle of that chamber down below. So, everybody, what do you all want to do?
I mean, he'd call out to them and be like, there's something interesting in here, guys. We might want to check this out, but...
There's also another door.
Well, there's no door in here, but I mean, we got time. I mean, we can do whatever.
Well, short stack. Let's check out the room. We'll check it out, and then we'll go through the door.
Oh, let's watch the dead bodies. Short stack. I like
that. I lean over to Danika and I go, "You gotta stop encouraging him. It's getting weird."
I thought Vide was the only encouragement he needed.
Ashleyon's saying, "Please don't die." And creepy statue versus door, it's a tough choice. I get it.
Just don't touch the statue. I don't trust it.
But Corwan, like I said, as you start walking your way into this room, you see that you immediately take notice that the walls are festooned with moldy skeletons that hang from rusty shackles against the wall. There's a wide alcove to the eastern side of this room, and it contains a painted wooden statue that as you approach, you can see with your torch that it is in the likeness of a gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a large, voluminous black cape. At his pale left hand is resting on the head of a wolf carving that is standing next to him. In his right hand, he is holding out a smoky gray orb that kind of reflects the light of your torch a little bit and gives a scintillation of reddish light bouncing along the otherwise dark earth of this chamber.
That. Can I check this statue for traps?
You're walking up to examine the statue? Absolutely, you can.
I don't want to touch it, but I want to see if it's trapped. I don't know, just... There's a bunch of dead bodies.
A bunch of dead bodies chained to the wall. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
26.
Guiding yourself, you begin to look about the statue. As I said, tall. The thing itself is 8 feet tall. The entire chamber is much wider and taller than any of the rooms you've been in so far, and it is a 10-foot tall chamber. The statue is of a man with dark hair that has been swept back, but he still has a bit of a widow's peak. You can see the etching in the lines of his face, clearly representing a gaunt man. As you look about, you're looking along the edges, you can see that the statue was placed on here. You can actually see the line that it's on the pedestal. The pedestal itself is made of stone, but the statue seems to be carved from wood. With your 26, you do not see anything that resembles a trap on this statue itself. But you do notice that the orb that's in his hand isn't a part of the statue itself. It's just an actual orb that has been placed on the carved open hand.
Well, the orb is not original, which, I mean, I kind of could have told you that. It's the only thing not wood. But it doesn't seem to be trapped.
Yeah, that seems to be a trap in and of itself.
Mm.
I mean, all the skeletons, an
Right.
orb just sitting in his hand saying, "Hey, take me, yeah."
It
I've
does
read
look like
enough.
some-
I've read enough Conclave reports to know that that's bait, as we would say.
Can I do Divine Sense on the orb, and I guess the room in general, since it's a 60-foot range?
Certainly. What does that do?
As an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
As you're closing your eyes and reaching out with your senses, you can definitely detect the presence of undead in this area, but it's intangible. It's almost like it's everywhere around you. But it definitely seems to be focused, swirling about that statue there.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. I read the
Yeah,
like,
it
longer
specifically
description,
calls
and it
out.
specifically calls out
Strahd.
Strahd.
Yeah, that's what I love about that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do here. Everything seems to be swirling around here.
Well, y'all, I know exactly what to do. Danika starts
Leave?
walking towards the next room.
Yeah.
You're watching Danika just stride across the room. There's two doors here. There's one to the south and the one that you just came from that leads to the west. Delphine, riding along on that 26 you rolled, as you start stepping away from the statue, you glance over at Vide, who had been standing over here a moment ago, and there's something odd about the wall behind where he had been standing. It looks off, slightly different than the rest of the wall around there.
I'm gonna go take a closer look at the wall. Well, there's something interesting over here.
Make another investigation check.
Investigation. I'm gonna guide myself. 14.
With your 14, you can tell that there's a very large discolored space, as though the packed earth to the left and to the right is slightly different than that in the center. It's large and square, about the shape of a door, but it's just all hard-packed mud and dirt. Almost as though like someone smeared mud over a door to conceal it.
Can I try and remove it? This mud?
How are you going to try to do that?
I have a small knife.
Okay.
I don't want to ruin my rapier trying to
Yeah.
dig at some dirt.
Yeah, absolutely. This, I feel like, is just going to be an athletics check then.
Last time I rolled athletics, I think I got a 3. No, natural 20.
Ooh, let's go.
Wow. Yeah, you start digging your knife into that dirt, and you feel something down below it, like the tip of the knife scratches against something that you're fairly certain feels like wood. You wiggle your knife around, finding the edge, start cutting away around the seam of this, and you create the edge of a very large door that you just kind of start wiggling and pushing with that dagger you have, and you're able to wedge it to the point that you can get it out and grab it and pull. And what you find is...
Ooh.
A long, narrow corridor with steps carved into the dirt. You gaze upward with that elven dark vision you have, and you can see at the very end of it, of the staircase leading up, is a ladder that goes up towards a trap door.
Is it the trapdoor locked? I'll go up to it. Hey guys, there's stairs and a ladder. I'm gonna go check it out real quick.
I'm right
Go ahead
behind you.
and give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
You glance up, examining this. It is a trapdoor built into the ceiling, and there is a large iron bolt that is shoved through it. It looks like you could easily grasp it and push to open it.
Yeah, I want to try and open it. I want to see where it goes.
Okay. This is very easy to do. You grasp the handle and pull, and it slides, giving you a shower of dirt that comes down on top of you. You have to climb up the ladder and push to get it up, and you strain a little bit. But it's not too difficult. There's just a little bit of resistance, and you push and push and push as you're climbing up this ladder, and you find yourself in the beer cellar down underneath the bar area.
Oh.
Yeah, I will close it back up. Not latch it or anything, but close it, because there's a lot of sketchy things in here. And I'll turn around to Urzak. Looks like it's a trap door to the beer cellar.
Oh. Well.
So if we want to get out of here quick, I guess we found another way out.
I suppose.
It was just a secret door to the beer cellar, guys. Nothing super exciting.
No, it's perfect. You know what? We need a good way to get out of here if something bad happens.
Yeah. This will get us out of the building at least sooner than going all the way up back to the attic.
That too.
Okay, Danika's gonna make her way towards the other door. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
So,
You start heading down towards the lower end, which is just a corridor heading west, and you can see that there is a wooden door there that is closed.
is there anything sus about this door?
Like what?
I don't know. Is there blood on it? Is there...
make a perception check.
Can I do a vibe check on the door?
Can I do a vibe check on the door?
What are the vibes of this door? Is it really a door?
Nice.
I got a 22.
It's a nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah. So you pause for a moment, looking over this door, and with your 22 perception, at first it looks like a normal, ordinary door. Nothing uncommon about it at all. But then you glance back at your friends, getting ready to say, "Yeah, this is fine." But in the corner of your eye, you could have sworn something moved. You glance back at it, and it's just a door. But for half a moment, you swore that door pulsed? Undulated?
Y'all, I did not take any drugs today, and I think this door is undulating.
This door is undulating.
Danika's gonna You're undulating a little too much for my comfort.
I just love the word undulating. That's so good.
You're welcome.
This door. Well, that's probably a problem, right?
Urzak, how do you feel about undulation? Do you want to touch it?
I mean, I don't think doors are supposed to undulate.
I don't think so.
Undulate.
I hate you all right now. I so hate you all.
I'm just gonna be quiet because I
Was
actually
it-
don't know what undulate means, but so I'm just sitting here. Cog, I'm sure knows, but player has no fucking idea.
I think I saw a different door down the hall.
Where's that 10-foot pole when you need it?
What?
You have a whip,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah, I
It's
do.
true. Whip the door.
Oh,
I'm just gonna whip the door. I don't know why, but
Okay.
why not?
Okay, why not?
With the undulating door.
You walk towards the door, standing about 10 feet back from it. You get your whip out. Make an attack roll.
Wow.
Whip is good.
You,
You critically.
Natalie's gonna.
you strike
she's
the
gonna-
door with your nat 20, cracking it. That you're expecting to hear a crack of wood or something, but instead the thing just screeches out in pain. I need everybody to roll initiative.
God damn it.
Can Danika kind of elbow Cog a bit, and she's like, Cog, did you see Vide's technique? You should really pay more attention to him.
all right. I'm not the one that uses the whip. The whip gets used to me. Okay, just Jesus. You say that real quiet, it's like I don't use the whip. She does.
Pointers for your girl.
I got another 6 on initiative.
Do I at least get to roll damage for that?
Yeah, you hit it. You did damage to it. Roll your damage.
7 plus 1, but do I need to roll it again because it was a crit?
No, it did do your damage, right?
Oh, did it? Oh, okay, I guess it did. Hey, guess what I did not
Hey.
roll? Didn't roll a 1 again.
But hey,
That's
still
going
8 points of
crazy.
damage. Yeah, battle versus door. Who will win? Well, we're about to find out because as you hit the door, the thing just pulses and reaches out. A gigantic mouth opens in the door and cries out in anger and pain. And like a dozen or so eyes just open along the edges of this door. This is a freaking mimic.
Also, I don't think it actually did roll twice because it shows a 4 plus 3. That's only rolling once.
Yeah, at 4 plus 3 is 7, and then the
Three is
plus
your
1
dex.
is your
Oh. Okay, I see.
is the extra D4 of damage that you did.
Yeah, you don't get a modifier on the
Gotcha.
uh,
Okay.
crit damage.
Okay, never mind. I just wanted to do more damage. Sorry.
Yeah, you just wanted to do more damage. I get it. But hey, guess what? It is now the top of the turn order. You heard this sound from down the corridor after Vide tried to strike this thing with his whip. And Danika, you're the first to react.
I'm gonna yell out, "Hey, it's not a door."
Hey, Brandie,
What was
you're
your first guess?
you're a little low, by the way. The chat saying hard to hear you, and you're kind of echoey.
Sorry, my volume went down again. My mic volume.
But anyway, it is Danika's turn, so
I'm gonna scoot to this side because I think I can kind of see it from here, like this angle, right over here. And Danika is going to cast Vicious Mockery.
glancing down this, you can see this thing that looked like a door, but it's now just a big old mass of tentacles and eyes and mouth and teeth. What do you say to viciously mock it?
You couldn't even undulate right. We could tell it was not a door.
I hate you all. It rolled an 8. That's a failure. It
Yes.
takes 3 points of psychic damage.
It has disadvantage on its next.
It does.
And I think I'm good for now.
Well, you want to move back just a little bit so I can take your spot?
I can. Yeah, I'll do that here. Beep beep.
Okay. Next up, we have Delphine with Corwan on deck.
I'm going to use 15 of my movement to come up to here, and I'll firebolt the door that's not a door.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird angle, but you can actually see it, so you can go ahead and make an attack.
18.
18 does hit.
Ooh, almost max damage. 9 fire damage.
Ooh.
Nice, 9 points of fire damage. The fire strikes this creature. It calls, angry and in pain from the hit.
Then I'm going to use the last of my movement to move back to where I was.
Okay.
So that if anybody else needs to be able to see, can use that little corner.
Next up, we have Corwan. What you doing?
It's like, yeah, well, seems that this is the common thing. Everybody's just doing stuff and I can't see. So he'll just kind of peek around. He could probably even see underneath fucking Urzak's legs.
Probably.
He's like, oh yeah, that's it's a door. Why are the doors coming to life here? God, I hate this place. It's like, you know what? I don't think a door is gonna get my magic trick, but I'll just throw the flame at him anyway. Let's see. Oh wow, that one radiant, that'd be great. Let's see if a door could beat a 13 dex save. I swear to God, man.
Well, I mean, it's a door, so of course it
finally
failed.
happened. Dude, it's got a +1 modifier to its dex. Well, it's a fucking door. Yeah, so he gets one tasty bit of radiant damage to the door. And it's like, yeah, it finally hit.
A radiant blast burns slightly into this creature. It barely seems to notice, but it does take the 1 point of damage.
He's like, just you wait. That's gonna do it all, guys. You saw it. That's what's gonna kill it. Don't worry. He's just gonna get back here, just pull out his book, and just get back into his notes.
Okay. Well. Oh, I forgot about this. So when you struck the creature with the whip, Vide, I forgot to mention this. The whip tip stuck there, as though it was adhered. As it moved and formed, that mouth, it seems to be holding slightly onto your whip.
Okay. It's a good thing I have other things available.
Mm-hmm. But what it's going to do first off, because it is its turn and you are on deck afterwards. Let's see here. It's going to be shooting a pseudopod out to try to grasp you.
And it has disadvantage because of Vicious Mockery, right?
It does.
Okay.
But that's an 18 to hit.
I just want you to know I really appreciate... Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
Go ahead,
No, I was gonna
Danika.
say, I really appreciate your words today. I appreciate undulating. I appreciate pseudopod. I mean, you're working on the vocabulary tonight.
I at least know what pseudopod is. That's in the attack thing. I had to Google undulating.
The pseudopod, I assume an 18 hit, Vide?
You know it does. I'm only level 2.
6 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are now stuck to the pseudopod. It is
No.
It wraps around you, grasping you, and pulls you toward it by 5 feet. It is pulling you towards that wide, open mouth. But that's its turn. And you are up next. So, Vide, what are you doing as this pseudopod pulls you towards it, towards the big, wide open mouth of what used to be a door?
Okay, well, I think that I can't do point blank shots, can I? Because this would be considered point blank, wouldn't it?
I mean, you can. Technically,
Or
rules
close
is written. Rules is written when you're firing a ranged weapon within 5 feet of somebody. You're firing it. You're doing it at disadvantage.
Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just pull out my Bowie and I'm going to take a stab at him.
Fair enough.
Does 13 hit?
13 actually does hit. It's big. It's got a giant ass mouth. It's hard to miss.
There's that dang 4 points again.
Good lord.
4 points of damage. That seems to be all you're able to actually hit on anybody. But
Except for when I crit.
Yeah, except for when you crit. But the pseudopod is pulling you towards its mouth. It's open wide. You pull out your Bowie and just stab at it. And it recoils, taking the damage. Still not too hurt.
Okay, yeah, I could use some help, guys. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna save it. Never mind. I'm good.
Okay. Well, with that, Vide, Urzak, you're up next with Danika on deck at the top of the turn order.
Urzak immediately moves 5 feet to get within range of Vide, and I would like to make like an athletics check to try to get Vide out of this grapple if possible.
Okay, yeah, you can absolutely do that. You grab onto Vide and try to pull him free. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
20. Not now.
20. Yeah, 20 is more than enough. You wrap your arm around him and just yank. Vide's not, like, he's tall, but he's not, like, super, super heavy. You notice he's kind of light as you grab him and pull him back, but you are able to rip him free from the pseudopod.
Cool. I assume that's my action?
That was your action.
Okay. Then that's all I got this time. Yeah, that's all I'll do for now, I guess.
Okay. Well, next up we have Danika with Delphine on deck.
Danika is gonna move up again, and she's gonna viciously mock the door again.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't have been a disadvantage, but a 9's definitely going to fail. What do you say to viciously mock it?
Your teeth are so bad, even the dentist wouldn't want to look at you.
Damn.
I like it. 2 points of psychic damage. This thing just kind of howls a little bit in pain. You do anything else?
I'm gonna move again. Can I? Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, you got 20
And
feet of
then-
movement still.
I would also like to do my bonus action, and I would like to give Vide my bardic inspiration because I think I have 2 left.
Okay. You call out to Vide, inspiring him to help him out in this kind of crappy situation the poor dude's in. And that's going to be it for your turn. Delphine,
Can I-
you're up. Yeah?
Can I inspire Vide with my words?
Yeah, please, go
Yeah.
for it.
Vide, it's not as sticky as you think it is.
Phrasing.
You've seen stickier.
Okay. Why not? Next up, we have Delphine up with Corwan on deck.
I'm gonna move up and do another firebolt.
Kenny's saying, wow, all the words in the English lexicon and you chose those.
Is 11 gonna hit this door?
Unfortunately, 11 is going to miss. You fire off that firebolt, barely missing Vide's head, but it harmlessly hits the stone wall behind him.
Then I'm gonna move again. And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Corwan, you're up next.
He's just gonna swagger up. He's like, stand aside, ladies. I got this. He's just walking with a corner. He's just gonna start wiping his little hands together and just go pew, pew, finger guns, do a sacred flame on it again. Because it's not gonna get its magic tricks. Oh, it's more this time.
Yeah, nice.
8.
Well, I rolled a 9, so that's definitely a
Nice.
failure. It's a freaking door. It doesn't go anywhere. So you shoot the sacred flame at it, hitting it with 8 points of radiant damage.
Yeah. See, it's all coming up cog, ladies.
It's
coming
all
up
in the
cog.
wrist.
Yeah. You know what? I've been working them out lately. Just trying to get it's a lot of writing in these books, and
Yeah. He
gotta
definitely
keep
has a
up
lot of
wrist
practice with that wrist.
Hey! I didn't even have to look at OBS to know what you just did. I did not find that appreciative.
Dang it, short stack on the press.
Now that everyone is in awe of Cog's wrist twisting skills,
Right there.
we are going to go to the Mimic.
Gotta go.
Here we are with the Mimic. Now, good news for you, Vide, is you got pulled out of the sticky substance that the pseudopod was holding you and adhering to you with. So it is going to be attacking you. You are fairly close, but good news is that it doesn't have the advantage because you're grappled. Instead, it has the disadvantage because of the vicious mockery. But it is still trying to take a bite out of you.
I mean, as it would.
Does a 14?
Just hits.
Ooh.
Protection.
Yeah, technically you are close enough to do that. So I'm going to roll one more time.
Damn.
That was a 16, so it does still hit.
Well, can't win them all.
Nope. 7 points of piercing damage, and as those as the teeth dig down into you, you feel the saliva of the creature burning into you for another 4 points of acid damage.
That would almost kill me.
It sounds like it hurts.
Yep. Definitely does.
Yeah.
I don't think it can do anything else right now, but Vide, you're up next.
Ow. Like, seriously, ouch.
I think we should back up and take it on with numbers instead of being stuck in this hallway.
Okay, so that hurt. That hurt bad. So Vide kind of narrows his eyes, grabs his mask, puts it up. He's getting serious now. Hold on. And I'm gonna go ahead and take that disadvantage with the revolver. I'm pissed. Fuck. And I missed. Of course I do.
Yeah, you aim your gun, trying to hit that creature, but as you're doing it, its tongue just starts lashing out about. It hits the gun. Just as you fire, the gun goes wide, and that's a misfire with that one. So your gun is now clogged. It's jammed. You're going to have to use an attack action to clear it.
Okay, well, I'm been saving this. I'm gonna go ahead and use my action surge. I am pulling back out my Bowie because, you know, not working right now. That is a 21 to hit
Definitely hits.
for that all famous 4 damage.
How do you only roll a 4?
There has to be something wrong with like the.
No, I checked this thing.
Yeah,
it's not her
1d6
stats.
plus 3.
She just keeps getting,
Roll damage one more time. I just want to see the over-under here. Okay. You can't, unfortunately, but we are going to take the 4 points of piercing damage as you pull out that bowie and try to take a stab. Yeah.
And also I do have bonus action, yes?
You do still have your bonus action.
Okay, I'm doing my second one.
That's valid.
So let's see, D10. Oh, this is different. I don't like that. Okay, so 6 plus my fighter level, so 8. Okay, so I take a breath ish, and I gain 8 hit points. So
8 points of hit points. Okay. Next up is Urzak with Danika on deck at the top of the turn order. So, Urzak, what you got?
Oh, man. Well. Man. I need to get Vide out of here. May I switch places with you? Is that a thing I can just do?
It's unfortunately that's actually a skill. So normally that's a skill there's an actual ability that lets you switch with other people. It's a fighter skill.
It's a battle master ability.
Yeah.
It's a maneuver.
So it's not something you can normally do. Now, what I will allow you to do is use your action to grab somebody and pull them and move them out of the way. But it costs your action to do so.
Okay, I think I would do that because that one attack looks rough on Vide. So I want to get him out of the way.
So the way this works is you're going to make an athletics check. It's not a huge DC because I assume Vide's willing, but it's also going to cost you 10 feet of movement just to move him from one place to the other.
Okay. I got an at one. Fuck me.
You grab onto him and start lifting just as the thing bit down onto Vide. You're trying to pull and tug and get him clear, but that thing is just holding on way too strong. You're unable to move him.
Okay, well, and that's my action, so that's my turn.
Okay.
So how bad is this thing looking?
Well, we're at the top of the turn order, and you're on the other side of a wall, so you can't actually see.
Okay, so I'm gonna scoot. Now that I've scooted, now how does it look?
Now how does it look? I'm going to allow you can use your bonus action to make a perception check to try to ascertain how damaged this creature looks.
Okay, perception, you said?
Mm-hmm.
16.
16. It's kind of difficult to tell. You've never actually seen a mimic before, but you can see there are slashes along this creature's body from where Vide has stabbed it. You can see that it looks pretty fatigued and worn out. So you estimate it's fairly hurt, but not like super hurt.
Danika's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
Tell us about Dissonant Whispers.
It is this really cool attack where it needs to make a wisdom save. And
Yeah. So that is a 9. That is a failure. You cast the spell, creating this discordant melody that only the creature can hear. It cries out in pain as it takes 8 points of psychic damage, and it just racks back and forth, calling out in agony. It is still alive, however.
Unfortunate.
But it now looks severely hurt.
It is supposed to move as far away from her as possible.
Is it on its turn?
Immediately use its reaction if available.
Okay. Perfect. So immediately, the moment this happens, like you see these sticky kind of, well, it basically just looks like flesh moving and undulating about. I know how much you love that word. He
said the thing.
It kind of releases the wall, and it turns into an almost an amorphous blob of quivering, pulsing flesh and teeth and eyes as it starts squirming backwards, going 5, 10,
Do I get
15.
Do I get attack of opportunity?
You do not, because this is forced movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, forced movement does not provoke an attack of opportunity, unfortunately.
Okay.
But good news is it just went skittering away.
Do I still have my whip? Because I was holding on to my whip.
Oh no, it actually pulled it along with you. Go ahead and make a athletics check to see if you can hold on to it. 10?
Don't forget your bardic inspiration.
Oddly enough, though, you managed to keep hold on it. It moved 15 feet away from you and stopped, so you technically still have this thing, almost like an angler holding a fishing line.
Oh, so it's still attached to him, though?
It is. Brandie, they're saying you're hard to hear again. But
stupid mic volume keeps going down.
It is now Delphine's turn with Corwan on deck.
Well, Danika's in my corner. What's going on with the door?
It's bad.
Okay, is it... Well, I can't do anything from back here. And there are too many people in the hallway.
Where the heck is Cog?
I'm not there. I'm back behind you.
If only they knew about the door
is
that they saw
Is it still
earlier.
there? What's going on? What's the status?
It's still here.
Delphine doesn't know it moved.
Oh,
it
yeah.
Can't see.
Yeah, oh, wait. Where did it move to?
I'm sorry.
I spaced out for the last 2 minutes. I'm sorry.
You saw the creature skitter away. You see Vide holding on to his whip like a fisherman.
Okay.
You know it's connected and all that, so you know it can't have gone too far, but you cannot see where it went.
Okay. I don't know. It can't be that far away.
Guess we'll figure it out. So that was 5, 10, 15. Is this door open now that the thing is gone?
Yes, the door is open. Now, I will remind you that to move through a person's space
is
difficult
terrain.
Yes.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15. 10, 15, 20, 20. Yep, I can get to 5, 15, 25. Yep, 30. I can get just to there.
Yep.
Firebolt.
Yeah, you can see this just pulsing mass of flesh kind of wobbling there, trying to get towards this other door. And you remember you were down at the other side of the hallway, and there was a door there. It's not hard to do the math and figure that's probably the door.
You know, I think the door that I wanted to go through would have been safer. Natural 20.
Nice.
Yes.
We've had a bunch of those tonight. Good lord.
Yeah, we've had a few.
For
Nice.
15 points of fire damage.
You love to see it.
See, you know what? See what happens when I can see?
Well, Delphine, it had 12 hit points left. So
Oh.
tell me, how does this look?
That's my
student! Delphine kind of looks back in the other direction. You know, see what we can do when your casters can see? And also when I put myself in the front. As just fire radiates from her hands into this mimic.
And with that, it just burns, screaming out in pain. Ah! As it slumps down into a smoldering, just mound of flesh and smoke and horrible stench.
Ugh. Place sucks.
You are not wrong. I do not like this place one bit. There are ghosts, there are doors that come to life.
Danika takes a deep breath. Smells like Gran's home cooking.
I will. Vide, how you looking? You don't look too good there, bud.
Yeah, I'm pretty hurt. And I'm gonna kind of step over here, and I'm gonna do a nice little cool flick of the wrist to, free my whip from this thing's body.
Yeah, now that it's dead, it's not hard to flick it and pull your whip away. Whatever adherence was to it is pretty much based on whether or not it's still alive. Kenny Rules is saying that this sucks count for tonight is 4, and he's thinking about starting a tally.
Do we want to take a break, or do you just want to chug a potion?
I think we should climb up that escape chute and find a room and take a long rest.
Are we gonna be
really...
I don't know if we're gonna be able to capable to take a long rest here.
Yeah,
This place
I'd be afraid of being possessed in my sleep at this point, and I've done that once already today.
Now that Vide and Delphine is in the room, I should actually say what it is you're seeing here. The room you're in is basically 15 by 15. There is a chandelier suspended above a table that's in the middle of the room, and there are 2 high-backed chairs flanking that table, which has an empty clay jug and 2 clay flagons atop of it. There are iron candlestick stands in 2 of the corners. The candles have long since melted away, but the candlesticks are still there and quite tall. They're about 5 feet tall. You can also see that there are 2 doors, one to the north and one to the west. The north one is the one Delphine had seen previously, when you all were fighting the ghouls.
I mean, let's see.
Vide, chug a potion and let's keep going.
Okay, yeah, I can. That's fine. I can do that. What kind of potions is it? The
You do have lesser healing.
lesser, and is that 1d4?
2. 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
There's
Sorry,
the
way
potions
too
button
many.
on the bottom left too.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there's a potions button?
So you have
Yeah,
to set the macro for it, but you should be able to see it. Actually, yeah.
I did not know there is a such thing as potions.
Yeah, I made a macro button for the potions.
Is this like on my sheet?
No, it's on the map, underneath player names.
I'll have to have you show me later because I'm not.
That's fine. Just roll 2d4 plus 2.
3 + 2.
So 5 points of healing. I just looked at the clock. It is 9:07. We can go ahead and end things here if we want to. I'm good to go for another 30 minutes or so. It's kind of up to y'all.
I can go.
We'll keep
I'm
going.
good.
I think
At least 9:30 if you want to go to that.
Okay. I'm good with that.
If we're good to keep going, I'm gonna give this door just a quick stab with my rapier.
Roll for an attack.
Hey, Danika, are either of these doors undulating?
18.
You stab the door with your rapier. Think! It goes right into the wood and just kind of lodges there.
I'll pull it out. I think this one's just a door.
No undulating pseudopods here.
Oh, and I got one quick question.
Yeah.
Since we're out of combat, can I take a moment just to clean out my gun and get it ready for next combat, or does it have to be in combat?
No, you can absolutely do that now. While everyone else is, stabbing doors and looking around. Go ahead, Danika, and give me that persuasion check while you're at it. You can start cleaning out your gun. That's no problem.
Wait, what are we persuading? Did I miss?
Or not persuasion, perception.
She's persuading the doors.
The door.
To not talk. Yeah, yeah. Please don't undulate any more doors.
Stop undulating.
No undulating allowed.
That's a good word for the command spell.
Yeah, yeah. Undulate.
Command you to undulate.
Danica
Oh my God,
will
I'm gonna use
stare
that.
really, really, really hard at the door, and she's gonna be like, "I don't see anything this time." I got a 4.
Yeah.
She's not quite sure it's the door even.
Is there a door?
I don't know. It's kind of dark down here.
By the way, while we are taking a moment, Urzak is going to real quick lay on hands Vide for 5 points of healing.
Awesome, thanks. That brings me up to full health now.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got down to 1 hit point.
I wondered. That was
Yeah.
yay.
Yeah, I was down to 1.
I guess I just need to roll better next time.
Nah. No.
But doors have been stabbed. They haven't done any more undulation or anything like that. So, what are y'all doing?
I'm gonna open this door once Vide is done trying to fix their gun.
It doesn't take long for Vide to unclog the gun and reload it.
I will go in. To this
Todd's
room.
just gonna come by dancing around, flush with confidence. He's like, "You can tell by the way I move my walk, I'm a woman's man." Dun, dun, dun. Just singing to himself as he's going like, "Dun, dun, 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 dun."
Love it.
Just
Danica's-
short of a TOS. Dun, 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 dun.
Danica's gonna appreciate his singing and dancing and putting a little bit of flute with it.
So, ladies'
Couple
man covered by Jethro Tull. Okay. Well, as you all step into this room, you can see a large wood-framed bed with a rotted feather mattress occupying most of the southern wall. On either side are 2 tall iron candlestick holders, very similar to the ones you saw in the previous room. In the northwest corner, you can see that there is an open crate containing what looks to be torches. In front of the bed is a long wooden footlocker, and on the eastern wall is a tall wardrobe. It seems to be a bedroom of some sort.
Ooh.
And honestly, I'm not even going to make you roll an insight check. This room kind of reminds you of a room you've been in previously. The upstairs master
it's
bedroom.
Mama's.
Weird.
Oh.
Bit smaller.
Can I inspect the little footlocker? and see if there's any traps or if it's locked or...
Just glancing at it, it is not locked. The lid is closed on it, but there's no actual locking mechanism on it. Go ahead and make an investigation check to see if there are any traps.
Guidance.
Let's see. Investigation. Oh, I got a 9 plus.
You do not see any traps whatsoever. Oh yeah, roll your d4. I forgot the d4. Roll your guidance.
D4. Now I have 13.
Still do not see any traps
Oh
whatsoever.
wait, you know what else I have?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Jack of all trades. I'm a jack of all trades, so I get +1 on that.
Because you're getting an extra half proficiency, right?
It actually it gave it to you already.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Darn. Okay.
You rolled a 7 and you got +1. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll survive with it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna try to open it. I'm doing it. I'm going in.
Yeah. If you look at your skills, the ones you're proficient in will be blued out with a check mark, and I think it's half blue and white, right, for the jack of all trades, showing you get half proficiency.
But you go ahead and open the footlocker. As you glance down into it, you can see that the footlocker actually has a lot of stuff in it. There's quite a bit of there's quite a few weapons in there, most of which seem to be rusted at first glance, and there's quite a bit of stuff down underneath it. You reach down and start looking through it. You can see that there is a longsword, a mace, and a dagger that are all rusted, completely corroded. There is a broken crossbow, a moldy set of leather armor, and a rusted steel helmet. You start moving these objects out to look underneath, and there are more objects underneath these things. But as you're doing that, none of you have a very high passive perception. The highest you have is a 13. So you don't see this actually happen, but the walls to your north and to your east start crumbling downward. Just crumbling downward as dirt starts caving away, and two creatures hidden in the wall start crawling their way out and attack. So I need everyone one last time for tonight to roll for initiative.
Every room.
I'm so excited.
This is rough. Okay. If I get a 6 again, I'm done for tonight. I'm just not playing anymore.
No, I think I just...
I got a 12.
12!
Okay. That's like 6, but twice.
A short rest would be nice, but I don't think it's safe.
We need to find some place to rest. This is getting bad.
Ashley's saying, such wonderful treasure. Kenny's saying, next time they'll be in the ceiling. And Ashley says, always expect the unexpected. And as the creatures are crawling out, one of them says, here's Johnny.
Oh my god.
But let's do one more battle here as these two creatures start clawing their way out. These creatures were hidden in earthen wall cavities and dug their way out the moment you started messing with the things in the footlocker. You can't help but notice that they have tattered black robes over their bodies, but the look of them themselves are haunting. Their bodies are desiccated, their arms are elongated, their mouths have long fangs, and a tongue that's even longer that drapes down over their chin and whips back and forth. This is a ghast, ladies and gentlemen, and
My, what a long tongue you have.
it looks like the Ghast goes first. So, starting things off at the top of the turn order with Danika on deck, we have one of these Ghasts. And Urzak, you're caught completely off guard as this thing comes crawling out from the wall and tries to slash at you with its claws. The moment it crawls out of this horrible stench starts emanating from them. And I'm going to need, before they do anything, I need Danika, I need Urzak, and I need Corwan to make Constitution saving throws.
Oof, that's a 10.
Is this the same thing as a saving throw? What do I do?
Yeah, you rolled the saving throw.
Got it.
You got it.
14.
I got a 10.
Well, here's good news. You needed a 10. So the stench is disgusting, but it's not overpowering, and you all kind of gag a little bit, but Urzak, it is trying to claw at you. And that's a 13 to hit. So even though you're caught unaware, it claws against your back, hitting your armor, and you take no damage. Next up, we have Danika with Vide up on deck. What do you want to do, Danika?
Danika's gonna use her rapier and kinda, stab at it.
Are you stabbing at the one to the north or to the west?
I feel like the one to my north. The one to my north.
The one that just slashed at Urzak. Go for it.
Yeah. Oops. Hold on.
It does have partial cover, but go ahead and make your attack.
Well, we're gonna roll with it today. Oops. Where'd I go? I got a 16.
16 does hit. Just hits with that cover.
Let's see. Where are you at, rapier? I got 7 piercing.
7 points of piercing damage. You stab into this creature. It cries out in pain, kind of looking at you. And go ahead and give me a insight or a history check real quick.
Let me see which one's better. Are they the same? History. Yeah, they're the same.
Okay.
A 10.
Yep, nothing. But you do stab into it, doing your damage. Next up, we have Vide with Delphine on deck.
Okay. So Vide's getting kind of tired of this. Step in right here. Again, he's going to put his mask. He's over this. And he's pulling out his pistol, and 23 to hit the one directly in front of him, right here.
The one directly in front of him, yes, a 23 definitely hits.
For 13 damage, take that.
There we go.
Everybody's ears begin to ring as Vide fires off that strange weapon he uses. Boom!
Can we stop doing that inside?
Yeah, it does definitely hurt.
13 damage is better than 4.
It hurt enough that when I did the sound effect, it made my voice kind of hurt for a second. But 13 points of piercing damage, it just explodes in viscous and black blood, taking quite a large amount of damage. But it is still up.
Okay, that's gonna be it. And also, I sent you a message. I need you to, please.
Okay. Next up, we do have Delphine. Now, Delphine, you also started your turn right next to that creature. So the first thing I need you to do is make me a con saving throw.
15.
15. The stench is pretty powerful, but not overwhelming, even to your heightened senses as a half-elf. So, what do you want to do?
You still smell bad. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bonus action to go into my blade song.
Ooh.
Tell us about that.
So she pulls out her rapier and changes her stance a little bit. Usually when she's using her magic, she's in more of like a grounded stance. Her feet are like shoulder width apart. But now she does a bit of a pirouette as she kind of goes up on the balls of her feet. And then I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade. Not that it matters because the other one's not close enough. It makes my blade magical.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to attack him with my rapier. So what my blade song does is it gives me a +5 to my AC. And
Nice.
increases my movement and gives me some extra stuff to like concentration check.
Very cool.
Wait, no, it just rolled the damage. Why did you only roll the damage? It didn't actually roll to hit. Then
What'd you
it
click
always
on?
does this. It always does this. It's always it for some reason always unclicks the actual. There we go. 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
You know what? No. We're not going to do a 17 to hit. I'm going to use my natural 20.
There we go.
There you go. Use that nat 20. Absolutely.
I don't know what the... Oh, it's a D8, so I'll just roll an extra D8. Because that should actually be a D8 plus 3. I don't know why Green Flame Blade does this all the time. It messes with my stuff.
Let me look at your character sheet. That is so
Like, because
weird.
it was working just fine 2 weeks ago, but when I just opened the settings, the things were unchecked, and I had to just change it.
Ashley, Delphine is a blade singer. That's what type of wizard she is.
Let's just try doing it. Okay, 7. So I just need to roll another D8. Still not a whole lot of damage, but it's damage.
Hey, that's still 12 points of damage on this creature that's already been damaged. You stab at him with that green flame blade, which bursts, and you see your the stab you did took him pretty damn hard. He is still up, but he's looking severely wounded right now. Next up, we have Urzak with Corwan on deck.
All right. Keeping it short and sweet. All I have left is longsword attacks, so we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Here's a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
How's about 8 damage?
8 points of damage. You stab your longsword into this creature, twisting. It cries out and seems to be trying to claw at you. While you're at it, go ahead and give me a history check as well.
History? Okay.
Yeah, now that you're kind of looking at this guy.
5.
Yeah, it's an ugly critter.
Gross. It's gross to smell bad.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You do anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Okay. Corwan, you're up next.
You said the room kind of looks familiar, like the master bedroom upstairs.
A little bit, yeah.
Both more in here. I mean, I think he would call out. He's like, "Wait, Gustav, Elizabeth, is that you?" I can't tell if it's you. You look so gross. I apologize. But if it's you, we saved your children. Please, we don't want to fight you. We will if we have to. And he's gonna like, oh shit, I don't want to bring both of them with me. He'll move away from this one so it can get its swing if it wants. And then I guess he will do a sacred flame at this one. Just say, it's like, please, we saved your children. Or we're trying to save you too. I mean, this thing's probably a smidge more dexterous than a door.
Yeah, with a 16, you send that sacred flame at the creature, but being hit by Delphine the way it was in the middle of a recoil, and you easily miss. Kenny Rolls is in chat saying, just gotta keep on keeping on. Quote by Urzak, who is covered head to toe in blood, gore, and guts, who's also 24 hours into his trip into Barovia. So,
not even.
Yeah.
You haven't even have a long rest yet.
You really haven't, yeah. Just got here. But, you doing anything else for your turn, Corwan?
No, yeah, I mean, he's got some saved up, but he doesn't. We don't have any spell. He doesn't have any spells left, so he's just gonna keep to himself. But he's just calling out. It's like, we saved your children. He just keeps repeating that.
Fair enough. This creature, the one right next to Delphine, does not seem to notice or take in what you're saying whatsoever. It's just snarling, has his long taloned claws reaching out towards Delphine, and it's going to try to make an attack. God, I rolled an 11, which obviously misses. Maybe your words are getting through to them a little more than you thought they were.
Ooh.
Who knows? But we're at the top of the turn order, and we're with the one that Urzak had just hit. Going to go ahead and make a claw attack at... Actually, I think it's going to try to make a bite attack against you. That's a 21 to hit.
Well, yeah, that'll do her.
Silvery barbs.
You got another silvery barbs? Okay. Yeah, you cast your spell, hitting it, and it's going to have to make a new attack. And that's a 6.
Nice.
Your silvery barbs hits it.
You've been protecting everybody else. You deserve one.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna give advantage to Urzak as well.
That's so nice.
Okay, Danika, it is your turn. I need you to make that con saving throw first thing.
Oh, okay. My bad. I hit my rapier button.
I got to do that on your turn.
Let me do my constitution. Where are you? I got a 19. Oh wait, I lied. I got a 5 first.
A 5. So that is a failure. You are now poisoned until the start of your next turn.
Oh no. So what does that mean?
That means you need to roll your attack at disadvantage. So you did roll an 18, so you need to roll one more time.
Just, do better than an 18.
Be a 20. A 14.
Well, a 14 is still enough to hit. Were you doing the one to the north or to the west?
The one to the north.
Okay.
Uh, 8 piercing.
8 points of piercing damage. You stab into this ghast, ripping through flesh and sinew. It takes the hit, it cries out in pain. A little bit of that dark ichor starts pouring out from the wounds in its chest. It's looking fairly well hurt, but it is still alive.
Okay, I'm gonna stay where I am from here.
Fair enough. Vide's up next with Delphine on deck. Vide, you're far enough away from these things that though you can smell the stench, it's not so super overpowering. So I don't need a con save from you, but what are you going to do?
Well, Vide is going to throw away a lot of knife. I'm gonna just take this gentleman. Or I don't know.
I think every other word's cut down on you, Brandie.
That's a 22 to hit this one
22 will hit with your Bowie.
for 9 damage.
There you go.
9 points
Is
of
9
damage.
your new
Yeah.
number now?
And that'll be it.
Yeah, you stab into that creature with your Bowie, doing a decent amount of damage. It's still alive, but it is severely wounded. Next up, we have Delphine with Urzak on deck.
That's a natural 1 for my con save.
Okay, so the
I'm
moment
poisoned.
you are poisoned.
But I am going to attack again with my green flame blade. Hopefully it'll work this time. Fingers crossed. So that's a 12 to hit.
Well, roll again. Well, it doesn't matter.
It did.
because-
It rolled it with disadvantage already.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
I applied the condition through the macro, and it rolled it with disadvantage.
Ah.
Yep, I see it. Okay, yeah. A 12 is not going to hit. You stab at it with that green flame blade, but the noxious smell that's coming off these creatures, it throws you off, and you're unable to hit it.
Oh god. That's gonna be my turn.
Okay, Urzak's up next with Corwan on deck.
Okay, so do I have to do the con save again?
You do.
Okay.
I meant to do that last time. I forgot. It was my fault, but that's okay.
Well, natural 20, so
Nat 20 is a success.
great. So I'm going to take another longsword attack, and thanks to Delphine's silvery barbs, I'm going to do that with advantage. Is that right?
Yes, you are.
All right. Advantage roll. Is that right? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
13.
13 just hits.
Okay. Great. Here we go. 6 damage.
6 points of damage is enough. Tell me how that
Yeah.
looks.
Just sunk. Stab in the chest.
And the creature that once was Gustav Durst just cries out in pain and slumps back. It's dead. Corwan,
That's
you're up next.
Can we tell this other one used to be a woman, or is it just so?
It's really hard to tell.
Yeah. I mean, he would just be like, he'd kind of say to himself, he's like, all right, kid, I know you're still around here somewhere. Help me deal with Mom. Or Day, he's like, help me take him down. We'll deal with it later. He's just talking to himself. He's going to crossbow the one that's still alive.
17 will hit.
Ugh. 3 piercing.
3 points of piercing. Your crossbow bolt flies true, hitting it right in the shoulder and lodging in one of its shoulder bones, but doesn't take a whole lot of damage.
It's all right, kid. We'll do better next time. He's just cocking another one, waiting for his next turn.
Next, we have the single remaining Ghast with Danika on deck. It's trying to slash at Delphine. It's stupid. It has no idea what the hell else to do, so it's just going to try to hurt you.
Me.
But that's
Or
a 10.
don't hurt me.
Yeah, I'm rolling like... I just always roll shit. I either roll really amazing or I roll trash and nothing in the middle. I don't get it. But the
Okay,
10's not
okay.
going to hit.
No.
We're at the top of the turn order with Danika and Vide on deck. So Danika, what you doing?
Do I have to do Constitution again, or am I...
You do.
Okay. Constitution... is an 8.
That is a failure. You are coughing, you're sputtering, the smell is overpowering, and you are currently poisoned until the start of your next turn.
Oh, well, let me...
So you gotta roll with disadvantage. Roll one more time.
I got an 18 and a 24.
18's gonna hit.
And we're gonna do it. With an 11 piercing.
Okay, 11 points of piercing is more than enough to take this guy out. So tell me, Danika, not Delphine, Danika, as you stab into this critter, how does that look?
Danika's gonna just stab it right into the heart, and you're gonna see like its goop kind of sputtering out. And she's just gonna, tell him, y'all should have treated your kids better.
That's true.
And you just spray Delphine with this black, disgusting ichor, and the gas cries out in pain.
Sorry, Delphine.
But it falls to the ground dead.
Gross. I need a shower.
Same.
Danika goes in her pockets and hands out little tissues. One for you, and one for you. They're moist towelettes. Don't ask me how they got. No, never mind, I'm done.
Okay.
Wow. None of with the creatures dead, the smell still remains, but you're able to cough and hack it out of your lungs. And for the moment, it seems you're no longer in threat of being attacked.
Should we try and just hole up in here? There's only the one door that we need to guard. Maybe we can get a rest.
I could use the rest.
Perhaps we should check the remaining walls for other creatures.
I will take a look at the remaining walls to see if they will crumble like the other ones.
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna guide myself. I should do investigation.
Ooh.
I would like to assist her.
That's just a nat 1.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that when I retoggled the poison, it actually took it off.
The two of you are kind of looking around this room, scanning the walls, looking for any sort of discoloration or anything like that. You definitely do not see any.
Yeah.
Danika's gonna look at everybody with confidence, and I don't see any other false walls. I think we're safe.
Yeah, I don't see any other false walls either.
Well, they're just walls are great. Core's just gonna go up to each of them, just kind of like take the ghasts, assuming that he's guessing right on who they are. Kind of like take their hands and fold it over their chests and close their eyes if they're open, and just start saying a little prayer to them and tell them that their children are safe. And
I mean, it doesn't seem like they cared. They left them in an attic to die, so I don't feel bad about this.
Yeah, I kind of don't either. But what was so important in that chest that...
I don't know, let's have a look.
Even in the afterlife, they were guarding it.
He's just gonna disregard the things you say and keep doing what he's doing.
Well, since everybody's working together to investigate this place, just somebody give me an investigation with advantage.
Ooh.
I probably have the best.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
plus so I got
yeah.
3, so
Just don't roll a 1.
I'm gonna try not to.
You have advantage.
Roll like closer to 20.
That'd be nice.
Like much closer.
Die 25?
Yeah, that works.
That's a good one.
That works.
So you begin investigating this room, looking over everything, trying to figure out what it was these people were trying to protect. The thing that sticks out to you is underneath the bed on the right-hand side, looking down, there is a small wooden-bound book tucked underneath the mattress. You pull it out and begin looking through it, and since you can now understand this this Barovian version of Common, you can read it, and you realize that it is a journal, a diary, and written by Elizabeth Durst, which I'm now going to show to you.
Ooh. Can we change the color of the text by any chance?
You can't see it?
It
It's
should be
like-
just dark. Well, yeah, it should be just dark.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, I'm in like.
if you're in dark mode, it's gonna look.
You have to you have to highlight
Yeah,
it
I'll
to be able to
highlight
read
it.
it.
Oh, get out of dark mode.
I'd rather die.
Okay. Well, anywho,
Fix it.
as you're fiddling with that, I'll go ahead and tell you what the other things that are in there. I did mention before that on the top of that footlocker, there was quite a few rusted weapons: a long sword, a mace, a dagger, a broken crossbow, moldy leather armor, a rusted and dented steel helmet. But as you start pulling these things out and continue to look through them, everyone working together, you find that there are several other items in there. You find a folded cloak. You find a small wooden coffer that once looked like it had a lock. Like there's one of those little latches on it, but the lock itself is gone. And as you open it up, you find 4 red potions that you recognize and are fairly certain are potions of lesser healing.
Oh.
You find a scimitar.
How many were there?
4. You find a scimitar in a leather sheath that is quite immaculate looking. You also find a mess of chain links that, as you lift it up, you realize is a chain shirt, also immaculate. At the bottom, you find a wooden mess kit. You find a flask of a black oily substance that Danika and Delphine, the two of you, would be able to recognize as alchemist fire. There is a rusted bullseye lantern that you're pretty sure is too rusted to use. You find a set of thieves' tools in a leather case that is very well oiled and still seems to be serviceable. And at the very bottom is a book, a leather-bound a book in yellow leather that, as you begin scanning through, Delphine, you would easily be able to recognize the fact that these are arcane spells. This is a spell book.
Not fake spell.
Give me an Arcana check.
Guidance on myself because she very much believes that these are probably fake. 30.
As you glance through these, the arcane, computations that make up spells, and you start reading and looking it over, you are certain without that these are actually real spells. You've actually seen some of them before during your studies. You don't know most of them. One of them you do recognize to be the Disguise Self spell. As for the rest of them, glancing through this book, you realize that it has the spells Disguise Self, Jump, Featherfall, Magic Missile, Protection from Good and Evil, Dark Vision, Hold Person, Invisibility, and Magic Weapon.
Do you guys mind if I hold on to this? It's something that I can use later on.
Go for it.
Yeah, you'd get more use out of it than I would, so.
That's pretty much the contents of the footlocker.
Can I check the wardrobe?
Yeah, riding on that the group investigation, most of the things in the wardrobe are there's dozens of moldy black robes. However, one of the robes you notice is not moldy at all, it's pristine. And you pull that out.
Yo, look at this mighty fine robe.
Pretty nice robe.
But that's pretty much it in this room.
Is there anything special about this robe?
Do you want me to spend 10 minutes to see if there's anything special about that robe?
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should take a nice long rest here. I think it would be nice. You know, we should.
Yeah, let's close this door and
barricade it.
Are we doing long or short rest?
I mean, I would personally not mind a longer rest. We haven't slept since we
got here.
then who knows how long we've been here.
And who knows how long we've been here.
And I'd also, before we do this long rest, I would like to do the song of rest or healing or whatever it is. I gotta look at it once I'm done reading this diary.
Yeah, so I will tell you that a song of rest is really to gain extra hit points when you do a short rest. When you're doing a long rest, at the end of it, you just regain all your hit points anyway.
Okay, so I just want to sing to them.
Fair enough. You can absolutely sing to them as Urzak and Corwan and Vide work to close that door and kind of barricade it by moving the wardrobe in front of it.
I am also going to I'm going to check out Danika's robe. But once that's done, before we start barricading, I want to alarm the smaller room in front, so that way if anything comes in there, we've got enough warning.
Okay. You can ritually cast the alarm spell and put that right in front of the door before they work to barricade that. And then I'm assuming you're going to do the whole ritually cast detect magic, then ritually cast identify if anything comes up magic, that sort of thing?
No, I'm just going to cast identify. I'm not even going to ritually cast it.
Okay.
I'm just going to use a spell slot to cast it. We're about to sleep.
Fair enough. So you cast the spell identify on the robe that she's holding, and you discover that it is actually a cloak of many fashions.
Oh?
Ooh.
So
What does that mean?
I think it means she can change her clothes to look like whatever she wants.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and show that to you now. There you go. While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to change the style, color, and apparent quality of the garment.
Ooh. Y'all. Danika starts tearing up a little bit. I mean, I don't even know. Can I read this diary?
You cannot, because you don't actually understand the language. It's similar. You can pick out a little bit, but Corwan
So I can pick out some of it.
Some of it ish, yeah.
Go
ahead.
I'm gonna bring it over to Corwan, and I'm gonna be like, Corwan, I'm picking up a couple words, but were they bringing people down here and eating them? Because I think that's what the parents were doing.
Yeah, actually, he's writing out like a leg. I'm writing out. He's writing it out. He doesn't exist. I'm writing out like a lengthy thing that he's gonna say that I was gonna bust in the chat. But yeah, he'll tell you. He's like, yeah. It seems that when the land started to grow dark, they tricked people into coming here, and they ate of their flesh to keep themselves happy, keep themselves fed. They even had parties for these things. All to try and entreat this Dark Lord to return and witness them and see them and give them power. It's they didn't deserve the children they had, and they suffered for it. They suffered for what their parents did. They're monsters. But I'd see also in this, I mean, if you see in the beginning, they seemed like regular folk. They opened an inn. They were making money. They were living a life. They seemed like things were going well, and the land, I guess, took them, changed them. It's this place isn't a good place. We need to be free from this place as soon as we can. Yeah, he's just giving you yeah, I've been reading through while you guys were getting all excited about magical cloaks and stuff like that. Yeah, it's some dark shit, man. I got to give it to you. This is this is even more impressive than some of the things you've written for the fucking Fab 5 campaign. This is good.
It's yeah, it is pretty damn dark. No doubt about it. Basically, as you're looking through it, like I didn't write out every single entry into the journal, but the gist you got is, as you're reading through this family came to Barovia from some other land that from a name that you don't really recognize. It says that they bought the inn and started living there, and shortly after living there for a few years, there's rumors about the Lord disappearing, and then the land grew dark, and the crops seemed to wither and die, and nothing would grow, and things got really, really hard. And this family turned to cannibalism to stay alive. And during that, they started getting into some really dark, nasty stuff, and really kind of formed a cult. They had children. The children were born. The Lord of the land returned, and the land began to revitalize again, and crops began to grow, and these people that lived here started worshiping the Lord of the land, calling him a dark lord, and started praising him, and kind of went on to the point that they begun more cultish kind of activity. When the baby was born, the youngest one, Walter, was born stillborn. They kind of got the father became obsessive about trying to find a way to revive him, but this Dark Lord refused, and so they started experimenting other ways.
Oh yeah, the letter we got.
The last entry from Elizabeth is success. I don't know how Gustav managed to achieve it, but the ritual worked. The power we controlled must have caught the Dark Lord's attention, for he has sent word he will be visiting the inn this very evening. The Fellowship is elated, and they hurry to prepare for his arrival. And after that, there are no more entries. And I think this is a pretty good place to end things for this evening. You're all bunkered in this room. You've barricaded it and are going to try to take a long rest. We're going to say that during that time, you and getting ready, you probably would have been able to cast Detect Magic and cast Identify. So I'm just going to read through these things real quick to let you know what you have, because you are able to take a long rest. What you found in the coffer, in the chest, besides that, those 4 healing potions, the cloak, the folded cloak, is a cloak of protection.
Oh.
The scimitar is a moon touch scimitar. And the chain shirt is a chain shirt of gleaming.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. You can look at it now or later. Whatever. You don't have to. Like to think he, like, kind of put their remains together, and he's just saying this quietly to her, and he wrote it all out, and then he just like tucks a little note into the closest thing he can think of his clothing or whatever he might have wrapped the parents up in. It's just his little way of progressing.
4 healing potions, cloak of protection, moon touch scimitar. What was the other one?
The chain shirt of gleaming.
Shirt of gleaming.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, Matt, since we're doing identify, do you remember the black box with the jewels in it I got in another room?
Yes.
Or rings? Are those anything special?
None of it is magical, but they are worth a fair amount.
Okay, just checking. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I think that is going to end things for this evening. So, as we always do to close things off, I'm just going to go around the table and let everybody introduce themselves. I think tonight, let's go ahead and start with Marty. I don't think we've done you yet. So, Marty, why don't you go ahead and start things off and tell us who you are and where we can find you on the internet.
Well, I'm Marty. I've been Urzak this evening. You can find me on Twitter that I barely use at Balm Martian. You can also find me on Bard Rock Cafe, where I play Baragon Doubletail, the formerly retired Leonin Gladiator. And there's check out my band, Winter Wayfarer, wherever you get your music.
Heck yeah. Okay. Let's go up to Brandie.
I'm Brandie. You can find me here every Monday at 3, playing everyone's favorite Turtle Monk in the Debauchery Circus campaign. You can follow me. I'm on Twitter, barely, as at RiverDragon82, TikTok at same thing, Instagram, so yeah. And also obviously here playing Vide and Curse of Strahd.
Absolutely. Joe, how about you?
Well, I am Joe, and I am the adorable Corwan out of Goodwood, your halfling cleric that's bringing love and light to the world.
Sure.
On Mondays for the Fab 5 campaign, I am the, again, adorable, I gotta stop going with it, the Tabaxi Rogue Ranger, Blood from Stone. I'm on Twitter at Blood from Stone with 0 in the from. I don't really tweet much. I mean, you can go there, but you're not going to find much. But yeah, I'm here every other Wednesday and 7:00 Monday nights.
Love it. Natalie, you're next.
Well, I can vouch for Joe, and Blood from a Stone is my favorite character. I do frequently give him my inspiration. But I'm Natalie. You'll find me on here. I don't really tweet too much, but if you do see me on there, it's Batty Natty. But you'll see me here on Random Rhapsody.
Right on. Dyto, you're next.
Hi, I'm Dyto. You can find me on Twitter at Dyto11, where I post all of the nerdy things that I'm doing, one of which is Pathfinder. It's part of Pathfinder Week over on the Lost Caravan. I will be playing on Saturday, though. It'll be a level 10 adventure, and we're busting out some new stuff, which will be fun. You can usually catch me on Lost Caravan in various streams. Next week, I'm running Good Strong Hands, which is very Alice in Wonderland, never-ending story-esque. It's a part 2. I'm really excited about it because my players have no idea what's coming from them.
Love it. Well, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM here on the Random Rhapsody Network. You can follow me on the tweets and the instas as @ScruffyWanderer, and besides running and playing games here, You can also find me on the Trans versus All on the Table TTRPG content, and I'm also going to be playing tomorrow on the Lost Caravan RPGs Pathfinder Week, which I'm looking forward to. Is going to be a lot of fun. So, on behalf of everyone here in the cast and crew, I would just like to say thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long, good luck, and until next time, may you live
May you
until
live
you die.
until you die.
Good night, everybody.